Watchmen. Who the director?
Yeah, he has a specific style. Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up.
I don't know who you're talking about.
He basically had a hand in creating the
the
Justice
one
League movie.
The what you call it? The one they got rid of him.
Yeah,
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. You can see
Snyder.
like his style, like low key, like in a lot of these movies.
Yeah. The Snyderverse.
Yep. I think he might have been the guy that had been running like DC, but I don't know.
The pivot to James Gunn was good though. Like everything I'm hearing about it is positive so far.
Yeah, because James Gunn, I think he was like the director of the Marvel movie. What was it called?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, which was cool. You know what I mean? It was like nice and cool. But it's kind of interesting though. They're going to that route.
Yeah.
You could tell it's probably going to be like even when you watch the trailer for Superman, what was it like? It was like it was kind of like hella more colorful, like a little bit more comic book style and shit like that. Like,
facts.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. But hey, man, make sure to clock in, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Here we go.
Great Pharaoh. The gift of Troy is a fabulous fabric from the land of the 5 rivers.
Years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
We are back for another edition of Around the Shield, man. Hey, man, it's my guy, the Severe Raider. Obviously, myself, PharoahNFL, man. Hey, man, we have another great show lined up for y'all, man. Hey, but before you do anything, make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We are going live on both our channels. Usually this is a pre-recorded episode, but you know what? Like we said, man, it's the off season. You know, news is coming in. It's very fluid right now, so we just gotta come in, man, live. So that's why you gotta hit that notification bell so you be notified when we do come live, man. But we appreciate everybody coming through. But yeah, man, it's a lot to talk about. Well, kinda, sorta. You know, we'll make it interesting today. I mean, the Raiders haven't really been super aggressive in free agency. I think a lot of people kind of thought that they were going to be signing people left and right just because of the amount of cap space they had. But, you know, the writing was on the wall right before even free agency started, when they signed Max Crosby. Obviously, they traded for Geno Smith, who, as of right now, we haven't seen any contract details with Geno Smith. So we haven't seen. Do you think they're going to sign him to an extension, or are they going to let him play out his last year of his deal?
Oh, they'd be stupid if they didn't sign him to an extension. They have to sign him for an extension. You don't give a third round pick for a guy and not sign him to an extension. I think just right now, you know, Geno wants some pretty nice money, so it's probably, you know, kind of deciding. It's a more likely not a compensation thing. I'm sure it's more of a how the contract is structured. How, you know, what's guaranteed, what's fully guaranteed, what's guaranteed against injury. Like, I'm sure it's like more language type stuff than compensation at this point, because the compensation is pretty rock solid, probably somewhere between 40 and 45. So at this point, I'm sure it's how the contract is structured.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. We know Darnold got $33 million a year. I think that's how it came out to as far as his average. So, and obviously the Seahawks went ahead and they signed him. I seen a tweet the other day or recently where they kind of pretty much traded Geno for Darnold and recently signed Cooper Kupp, who the Raiders apparently were in on. There was I guess people were saying that, you know, the Raiders visited him and they had they briefly talked to Cooper Kupp. I'm sure, like, whatever the case may be, maybe it might have been a money thing. I think they end up signing him a 3-year, $45 million deal. I think that's what Ian Rappaport was able to report that the contract was. It is what it is. Would you have signed him to that deal at this point of his career? $15 million a year. I mean, I guess that's not a terrible contract for a starting receiver in today's NFL. But
yeah, I mean, especially considering the kind of cap space that we have, I don't think that's a bad deal. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. I mean, you know, he's productive wide receiver, and his game is the type of game it'll age well. You know, his biggest issue is just staying on the field. You know, like he just can't stay healthy. So
right,
if he can stay healthy, I think he'll go right back to being, you know, top 15-ish receiver.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, obviously the Rams are kind of they didn't want to pay him. You know, they didn't want to pay him 20. Was crazy. He was due to make $20 million this year, and they pretty much traded him for Devontae, and they paid Devontae more. Yeah, which
Devontae's a better player though.
I understand what you're saying, but then at the same time, like, damn, like Cooper Kupp had his run. I think
he did.
As of late,
he was cold. Yeah.
Bro, he was getting like, I think there was a season where he had like 1,800 yards receiving. Wasn't there like a season where he had like,
I want to say he had the triple crown.
Yards?
I think he got the triple crown one year. He led the league in receptions, yards, and touchdowns receiving.
Right, and I think a lot of Cooper Kupp issues has been injuries as of lately. Yeah, and I think that's what the Rams are probably betting against. But I mean, we'll see. Pretty much, they traded Cooper Kupp for DK. I mean, they traded DK Metcalf. Because DK Metcalf ended up getting traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for like $150 million contract, and they signed a Cooper Kupp. So we'll see how it works out for the Seahawks. I think the Raiders. I think the Raiders getting Geno. I think it's a situation where both teams could possibly win the deal. I mean, we get what we want. We just need a solid veteran to hold down the fort. Maybe a bridge QB. And maybe Geno's the franchise guy. Who knows? Like, I know he could be. It's possible. You know, it could be because he was pretty solid with the Seahawks. He just, you know, a lot of people can argue that he didn't really have the best offensive line. He had weapons though. He had DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
and
weapons.
Lockett was solid for a few years. I think at this point Lockett is past his prime, and he's available too. So we'll see if the Raiders are even in on Lockett. But I'm not sure if that one.
Yeah, JSN too.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's true. That's true, man. But appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Oh man, that's wild, man. Be safe, bro.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Where are you? Where are you at, Jalen? Somewhere in the Midwest? Usually that's where all the tornadoes usually happen, right?
No,
That's wild, man. Be safe, brother. Cam in the building, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Shield 60. My God. Steve, man. Salute Nation. Salute Severe. Pharaoh, man. What's going on, man? Cam, you're saying 5-year, $200 million? Ooh, what the? Oh, that's a little too much.
5-year, 200. That is the 5 years. But it depends on how the contract is structured though. Depends on how much is guaranteed.
So really, it's a 3-year deal.
It'd probably be 5 years. Probably 5 years. 200, 120 guaranteed. So really, it'd be like a 3-year deal. 3 years for 40, which is, if that's what the rumors are, that's what I'm assuming.
5 years, $200 million. That's pretty steep. But like
that'll take him to year 40.
It's really about the guarantees, right? It's really about the guarantees. Yeah. That's what it is with NFL contracts. Like it's not like baseball. It's not like basketball where all those contracts are pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's like literally, if you see 5 years, just subtract 2. It's really 3 years or 3.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's look at the guarantees. That's what's like the Kirk Cousins contract, and that's why everybody was like so shocked about that. But it's like you said, it's guaranteed money.
OJ in the building, man. He says, "Salute, fellas." He says, "You don't win Super Bowls by winning free agency." Facts. 100%. 100%. And I think I said it the other day on 50/50 show every Tuesdays, man. We make sure to check that out with me and Severe. Literally not Tom Telesco, but I keep saying Tom Telesco, but I mean I guess he's handling like Tom Telesco. He's not being super aggressive. Spytech literally told on himself during the combine where he was like, man, I really don't like spending in my personal life. I don't like spending professionally. I just don't want to do that. But if he were to spend in free agency, it would be targeted signings.
Thanks.
But which I have no problem with. You just got to be able to kill it in the draft. If that's your strategy, then you better kill it in the draft, man.
Yeah. Or the guys you do sign, they better be impactful. But that's rule number 1 though. What they say, you gotta under promise and over deliver. So like he did the first part right. He under promised like a mug. He let people know like, yo, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna spend money. But for some reason, like Raider fans heard that and it was like, yeah, man, why this dude ain't spending no money? Like he told you, like I'm not
right.
That's not who I am.
Right. Nah, facts. PNW Mark Raiders high all clock in, man. Yeah, hey, Mark's just reminding y'all, man. Just make sure to clock in.
Facts.
Make sure to clock in, subscribe, man. We're going live on both our channels. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to both. Like the videos. Yeah, the Midwest, man. Hey, man, be safe, man. That is wild, man. I couldn't even imagine like just tornado watch. That's crazy.
Wow, bro.
Coach says, yeah, that's where people lose their house when it gets.
Yeah, not facts, bro. I couldn't do it. Hey.
That is wild, man. Hey, Space Beast in the building.
Yes, sir.
Man. My God, man. Appreciate you coming through. But Jalen says, why aren't we signing no one else? I get not overpaying, but I mean, we did have a signing recently, Mostert. I think that's a veteran running back who does have an injury-riddled career. I mean, like, if we're being honest, like he's kind of been hurt. But when he's healthy, he's pretty productive. I think there was a year where he had like 18 touchdowns, kind of random with the Dolphins.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, he led the league in rushing touchdowns.
It's wild just to think about, because it's not like he's like that physical running back. He's actually pretty fast.
He's a speed guy. He's a speed guy.
It's crazy. Like the way he got to 18 is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's a veteran guy to add to the room. I don't think it changes the ultimate plan though.
No.
In my opinion.
Oh hell.
Oh, we're just gonna draft one running back. No, I still want the Raiders to get two.
Two
Running backs. Yeah.
Still two. Facts.
Raider Way in the building says these are prove it deals, and I like that. Earn that contract. Facts. 100%.
Facts.
Steve said, I swear we never getting a first round QB. Jamarcus Russell, man. I think it's Jamarcus Russell probably like really ruined it for all the future QBs. But no, to be honest with you though, I think a lot of it has to do with just being in position to get a QB.
Yeah.
I mean, for being honest, maybe there might have been a chance that I think we could have got CJ.
There was definitely a chance we could have got CJ.
Yeah. I felt like the Raiders had like a package to get up there, but they just weren't willing to pull the trigger for whatever reason.
Maybe got CJ. They wanted to get Bryce. So they tried to get up to get Bryce and they couldn't get Bryce. They probably could have got it to get CJ. And they just elected not to do it.
And if you believe maybe some of the stories that a lot of it are pros, Dave Ziegler, it was because of McDaniels. Because McDaniels wanted Bryce, and that's the quarterback that he wanted to pull the trigger for, but not CJ Stroud. But
yeah.
But in other news, I guess I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Texans. Like they kind of been like trading away their left tackles, offensive line. It's just weird, like what they're doing over there with CJ Stroud. I don't know what's going on, man. But
either.
Yeah,
they picked up I think they picked up Christian Kirk for some reason.
That's the guy that ruined it for I guess every team that wanted to get a receiver because he got once he got overpaid.
Well, the Jaguars ruined it. Ruined it.
Yeah, because when you get overpaid,
they paid him. They paid him and they paid our boy. What's our dude?
Oh, Jones. Zay Jones. Yeah,
they overpaid him and they overpaid Zay Jones. So.
But that's really what broke it open though, because like when they got paid, and they're obviously like not the top receivers in the NFL. Like if you compared all the best receivers, they're not going to be up there in the list. I'm sure all the other receivers that were better than them that were up for contracts are like, look, I'm better than this dude. You can't offer me this number. You're going to have to offer me because exactly. If you I don't know if you've seen the news, rightfully so, Jamar Chase got paid.
Yeah.
He got his contract. He got like 40 plus million a year, which is crazy, but that's QB money. He getting QB money. But that's the day and age for receiver. I mean, we're in a passing league where wide receiver position is a premium position now, and as well as quarterback. Quarterback's always been that position, but now wide receivers are getting paid. They're getting paid.
Next time somebody asks you if you should take a running back or a wide receiver at 6, just look at how much Jamar Chase getting paid, like how much is Saquon getting paid, and that should tell you your answer.
Man, that's a good point. That's a good point because think about it. Like you're gonna get a guy that's talented on a cheap deal, so it's probably worth it to get that wide receiver at that spot if that's a position that you need to get. So, and then the Raiders are technically they're kind of set up for that. Like T-Mac might be the guy, man. T-Mac. But this is my problem with T-Mac though. Like I just feel like we need speed. That's what we're missing. Yeah. I mean, I know we got Trey Tucker, but Trey Tucker is just a small human being, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want him on the outside, but maybe he's better on the outside than he is the inside, but he's just not a huge, like a big receiver. I don't think you would want him to start on the outside.
No, you wouldn't. And then he's just not good enough at the catch point. His hands aren't great. He's not a good route runner at any level of the field. He's just is outside of him being fast and fast and tough. Outside of being fast and tough, there's like nothing he's really good at. Like It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Rajan, Rajan, bro. I'm not.
yeah.
I
Oh,
can't. I can't. I can't. I can't say without being obvious.
I
Can't
know
say
what you
without
mean. I peeped it. Okay.
being.
All right. And then, yeah. We'll wait to see how this plays out.
Right.
We'll take a wait and see approach to this.
OJ says, I don't understand the narrative of Spytek not doing anything. The man traded for a starting QB, brought back Kuntz, paid his. Yeah, he's been handling the offseason pretty smart. Yeah. And he's and I like if anybody's looked into like Spytek, you've heard him in like certain interviews talk about how much he values the pass rushers. Pass rushers are hard to find, and he's literally said this. And guess what he did? He brought back Kuntz, but what he didn't do was bring back Chase Young.
Yeah.
Could have brought him back on the cheap too. Yeah. 1 year, $5 million deal. Yeah.
Taking that.
But I mean, obviously he just got 5 sacks, but still, like that's not going to be your starting pass rusher. And I think he held down the fort with Kuntz out and all that type of stuff. But you know, him being like your third pass rusher off the bench, now it's Tyree, which you know, Tyree is just. I don't want to bet on Tyree
getting paid. I wonder how much Tyree getting paid. Tyree got to be making like 12, 15.
Because first round rookie deal. Actually, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look up how much is Tyree getting paid on his rookie deal. He's probably pretty getting paid well. I mean, first round deal.
Think we paying Tyree and we not playing. We wouldn't pay Chase on. It's like.
Let me see. Tyree Wilson, spot track. Let's see what spot track is talking about.
This is crazy.
If you haven't already, make sure to clack in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, Sabir. What you about to say?
But to OJ Raiders' point, man, I think Spytek is handling the offseason well right now. I think just a lot of fans are disenchanted because they saw that high number in terms of salary cap space. And they see a new coach coming in with a new offensive coordinator. So they're expecting a whole bunch of activity. And it's not like, we've made like 8 signings or something like that. Like we've made some, but people, it's not enough. The people want like the splash signings. They want they want you to get, T. Higgins. Like they remember people that was a pipe dream. T. Higgins and Trey Smith and, stuff like that. So, and when we don't go out and make those big name signings, it kind of deflates people a little bit. But he's handled the offseason, in my opinion, it's been pretty smart. Outside Alex Kappa, which I really didn't like that too much. But other than that, I think he's done everything pretty intelligently.
So I don't know if you can see it here. All right, so this 2025 season, the cap hit he's gonna have is about almost $7 million, 6.8.
Okay, it's not that
mil.
Not that crazy then. Not that crazy.
It's not that crazy. Because you got to remember, like those first round deals, they're not like,
I thought it was higher. I thought it was gonna be higher. So it's not gonna get. It still doesn't get higher till they pick up that 5th-year option. Then it jumps.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like, I think ever since like Jamarcus kind of like ruined it for first round rookies once they start putting
in the pay scale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm using Jamarcus as an example. It's probably other examples of like other players not turning out, but it's just Jamarcus was like a pretty obvious one because he was. Because he held out. People forget, like he held out. He didn't play the majority of his rookie season. Or he did.
No, he only missed 1 week.
Oh, 1 week. He missed 1 week.
He missed.
I think, bro. Damn, he missed. But he missed the entire offseason, huh? Damn.
He missed the entire offseason. So which was crazy. So
for rookie QB too.
I think he was the first. Was he the first? He might have been the first rookie holdout to go into the regular season. I believe, because I think Michael Crabtree got close. Yeah. Michael Crabtree, because remember. It's ironic because we were talking about this before the show, but remember we drafted Darius Hayward-Bay in front of Michael Crabtree But Michael Crabtree's agent wanted to, because usually like you're slotted in, right? Hey, you know what? The first pick is worth this. Second pick, third pick, fourth pick. So if you're drafted after a guy, you expect to get less money, or expected after a guy at your same position, you're expected to get less money than that guy, right? But Michael Crabtree was like, "Oh, I'm the best receiver in the draft. I should be getting more than Darius Hayward-Bay." Like, but bro, you didn't get drafted before him, so how are you gonna get more money than him? So he had a little bit of a holdout with the 49ers. I don't think it went into the season though, but it's crazy.
I remember the day. I remember that day. I remember when I literally, man, I was working. I remember I was looking at my phone. I was trying to see, okay, the Raiders, they not gonna mess this up. They need a receiver. Crabtree's the best receiver available, the best receiver coming into the draft. I think he was number one on everybody's board. And they when they drafted Hayward-Bay, man, my heart just sank. I was like, damn, man. But there's a lot of young Raider fans, man. They don't remember that. They don't remember. There's Raider fans who don't know. See, damn, it's crazy to think like there's Raider fans who don't remember that, but also haven't experienced really
winning at all.
But the only experience that we've had of like, I would say sustained success is probably, I mean, for me, I can speak for myself, is like that early part of the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s.
Late 90s. Yeah.
Gruden 1.0, I should say. Yeah. And then, obviously Bill Callahan, he kind of had that Super Bowl run, but he didn't last too long.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you think about it, like LeBron been in the league like what 22 years, and the Raiders haven't been good his entire time. He's been in the NBA. Damn, man. The entire time LeBron James been in the NBA, the Raiders have not been good. Like it's crazy. Man. That's crazy.
Man. I'm telling you, bro. I like I said the other day, man. If the Raiders turn it around under Tom Brady.
Yeah, bro. You go get this man a statue, bro. Get this man a statue.
Get him a statue,
bro. He won the Super Bowl, bro.
And it's funny. No one's gonna argue with him. No one. You can't argue because like
give Geno Smith whoever it was, bro. Give Geno Smith the trophy.
It's a great situation for Geno to be in because he has an opportunity to literally like. He started to like kind of like change his whole image of him being that because people early on when he was with the Jets like people kind of say he was a bust that this that, and the third, but he was able to persevere, bounce around a little bit, and he went to Seattle and then kind of almost pretty much changed his whole career. I mean now he's like really he's a solid QB, top 15 QB that you can really argue top 15, top 12. You ask some film guys, they'll be like, oh, he's top 10, yada yada yada. Yeah. But if he comes to the Raiders and they start winning and he wins a playoff game,
yeah, it's like, bro, the Raiders, it's babies that were like born and they're now like full adults that can buy drinks and the Raiders haven't been good their entire lives. Like their entire lives, the Raiders have not been good. Yeah. Like they were not born yet. And now they're old enough to buy alcohol, and the Raiders have not been good their entire lives.
Yeah, which basically means Raiders haven't been good for a long time, man. Long time. It doesn't matter what generation he was a part of. I mean, there's some people that remember like that the last Super Bowl. You know what I mean? You might run into a couple people. You know what I mean? I know we got people in the chat that have witnessed that. So, man, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky to see that, man. But. Right away, I know you trolling here. You said we have Dylan Lobby. We're good at running back. He's laughing, man. It's Lobby is. I agree, man. He's. I want to believe in him, but man, the fact that he couldn't get any playing time last year, and we probably had the worst. You can argue the worst running back room in the NFL.
We brought that dude off the street and he got more run than Lobby. What was that dude? Isaiah Collier? We had Isaiah Collier, signed him off the street, and he played before Lobby did, bro. It's like, hey, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, remember all we heard all offseason was Dylan Lobby and Tommy Eichenberg. And both them dudes was trash. Both of them didn't get any run at all. It was crazy.
Shout out to 808. My guy, man, he says hopefully he stays Raheem Mostert and not Raheem Mostert. Facts, 100%.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, he's been hurt. Like, he was hurt with San Francisco, hurt with the Dolphins. I don't think, and the Raiders didn't really pay him. Like, they gave him like a, pretty cheap contract. And he might not, hey, I don't even, like, there's a possibility he might not make it out of training camp. That's how.
If we do, did they do what we want us to do and draft two running backs?
Remember we had that receiver. I think was it John Brown. I think everyone was like, "Oh, John Brown's gonna be our deep threat." Didn't even make it out of training camp.
Yeah. Oh boy, too. Oh boy. What's the other dude? Dude we signed from the Chiefs. DeMarcus Robinson.
Oh yeah. But that was a tough cut because he ends up going to other
Rams,
teams and being
well.
productive. Played well with the Rams. I think he went to the Ravens. I think at that time he went to the Ravens, and he was able to.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, I think he was able to like be productive with them and at least like be part of the receiving core. And then I don't know, who did he make it over? I'm trying to think.
Oh, who made it over him? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm
Trey
trying to
Tucker.
think
Trey Tucker. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who he made it over, but it was actually close. Like I was like, that was one of those like, he wasn't a bad player. I think our situation at receiver at the time was a good problem to have, but some people disagreed with the move at the time. But he was productive. It is what it is.
Yeah. We always get these middle-ish, like mid-tier wide receivers that don't make the team. Like what's the old boy that was with the Ravens that we signed?
You said with the Ravens?
He was with the Ravens, and I want to say he was with the Ravens, and we signed him, or maybe he was with the Saints, and we signed him. I think he came up from Ravens. Short, light-skinned dude. Dang, I forget his name.
Wide receiver. Someone in the chat.
Short, light-skinned dude.
Short, light-skinned dude. Hey,
what is this dude's name? He has a weird name. Dang.
Trying to think, man. But in the meantime, man, OJ Raider says breaking news after the Chase signed in. Travis Hunter announced he's a full-time receiver.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh man. Nah, it's true though, man. Like, if his agent's for sure gonna be in his ear and be like, "Hey, man, like I know you want to be that guy that plays both positions, but wide receivers where the money's at."
MBZ got it. Is Willie Snead.
Oh, Willie Snead. Yeah, he was like that slot guy for Drew Brees all them years. Yeah. He didn't make it, right? You trying to say he didn't make it on the team?
No, he didn't make it either. I don't believe so.
He didn't make it to him. Yeah.
Nah, not UC Davis. I hate that dude. What's his name? He was a bum. I told people he was a bum. Everybody thought he was gonna be good too. That's like he does trash. He's like this dude in preseason. He looks trash in preseason. He's just getting hella targets. Dude that went to UC Davis. Everybody thought it was gonna be good. Like he's from the Bay. I hate it.
You had to throw in the Bay Area, huh? You just had to.
I think that's why everybody liked him though, because he was from the Bay.
Because he was a local. Yeah, he was a local product. Yeah.
I was like, bro, this dude's so trash. Just watching him, I was like, dude, he's slow as hell. He's just getting hella targets. What's his name? Keelan Doss. Keelan Doss was trash. This dude is trash.
Yeah, he never got out. Has he ever gotten into the game?
I don't think.
I think he might have gotten some snaps during the regular season. Because due to injuries, I think he got. I think he was able to get it.
Maybe. I know he signed. I know he left us. He left us. He signed that fat deal, or not a fat deal. But he signed a nice deal to join the Jaguars practice squad. I know we brought him back not too long ago, but yeah, I always thought that dude was just hella trash. I don't know why.
Hey, coach, we'll see. I mean, he's under contract. It's like he's not going nowhere. So it's not like. But I think the Raiders would be smart if they would add to that room, add some competition. Shield says every time you mention Tyree, severe laughs.
Who wouldn't laugh at?
Well, hey, let's actually look at what's available right now.
Yeah.
People are talking about free agency. Some people are like, why are the Raiders not being aggressive? There's some people, it's. I think the Raiders are just trying to be smart. They want value sign-ins at this point. And they still got some cap space, but it's going to be tricky because it's kind of hard because we haven't heard the details of the Geno Smith contract. It sounds like they're probably going to give him an extension, so maybe they're working on that possibly. But let's take a look here. So Stephon Diggs is available. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be big on that. Just cause I don't know, man. I don't know if he would be a locker room fit. I don't want to know if he would fit this team, but who knows, man? Maybe the Raiders go into the situation where like they don't have a number one receiver. Our number one target is Brock Bowers, and then Stephon and Jacoby can be hold it down on the outside. But like I said, I want a guy that has a little bit more speed. I mean, do you feel like Stephon would be a good fit in a Chip Kelly offense, Severe?
I think he'll fit. Yeah, I think he. I mean, I don't know how good of a blocker Stephon Diggs is, though. You have to be a very willing blocker in a Chip Kelly offense, whether you play in the slot or you play outside. Kobe for sure is that. Trey Tucker is he's for his size. Trey Tucker's a damn good blocker as well. So Kyle Phillips, who we just brought in, he may not make the squad, but he's a very willing blocker as well. So you have to be willing to block, right? You have to give effort as a blocker, and I don't remember that being part of Stephon Diggs' game. To be honest with you, I can't say whether he is or he isn't. I know he's a hell of a route runner. Him and Devontae, those are like 1 and 1A in terms of best releases in the league. At one point, but not a burner, but he can get separation. I mean, you remember what he did against the Saints. So he's a guy that he could beat you down the field. Beat you off. He's like Devontae. If he beats you off the line, get you looking one way, he can get loose on you. So, but like you said, it's just the locker room dynamic, and then plus he's been banged up recently. Yeah. Like, can you imagine a practice with him and Jack Jones? That could go left quick.
He had season-ending ACL tear. At this point, he's 31 years old. You think he could bounce back? Will he come back the same player? He's not the biggest receiver, so he's going to depend on that explosiveness or what he has left at this point in his career. But we'll see. I mean, they're probably going to check on it. Maybe they do, but he is coming off an injury, so I don't know if the Raiders are. I know that we've heard that there are rumors Raiders being connected to Cooper Kupp. But they talked to him. Obviously, Cooper Kupp ended up going to Seattle. So they're looking at like the veteran receiver market. They're looking at their receiver position. Darius Smith, I don't know. I don't know if that would be a great fit. I would want to add someone edge to this team, add some depth, but he probably is going to want a little bit more money. Yeah. I think the Raiders probably going to be looking for like maybe more of a third pass rusher. Aaron Rodgers pass. Becton, I think you were telling me earlier, you were saying that he signed with the Chargers?
Yeah, 2-year deal with the Chargers.
Okay. This is a guy that I'm kind of like, you know what? Hey, man, Raiders haven't really outside of Cap a week ago, a little over a week ago, from the Bengals, former Bengal who recently signed with the Raiders guard, Tevin Jenkins. This might be a nice guy to pick up. I mean, I don't know what his contract will look like, but if he's still available at this time, I mean, maybe his contract will be solid. He's 27-year-old. He got a little upside. Injuries have kind of been like an issue for him. Yeah. But I kind of like Tevin Jenkins, man. Can add to that room.
Yeah, I mean, Tevin Jenkins was a dude when he was coming out the draft out of OK State. He's one of the dudes I like. Actually, like I liked him better than he can't. I think he was the same year as Leatherwood. I liked him way better than Leatherwood. And obviously he's moved from tackle to guard since entering the league, and he's turned himself into a pretty good guard. Just the injury issues is what you kind of worry about with him. But if he can stay healthy, I think he could be a very very solid player for us.
Yeah. We'll see what the Raiders do. We haven't heard of them connected to any offensive line, but we know they're looking at wide receiver. Keenan Allen is still available. But if we sign Keenan Allen, I think we can all agree that the Raiders will have the slowest receiver core in the NFL if we sign Keenan Allen at this. Come on, man. Like for me, bro, I feel like it would be perfect if we had like speed. And a receiver that got a little bit more speed. I know you're a big T-Mac guy, but, you know, at least he's a guy that would demand like a double team, like with his size. You know, we've seen the impact of like these talented rookies coming out. I can see that happening. But Keenan Allen at this point of his career, I don't know, man. Like, we already got Jacoby Myers. We already got like Brock Bowers. I mean, they're going to be like kind of be in the same part of the field. I remember, what was it, last year? Around the draft when we were talking about like the weapons that we had, and I think it was you that we were talking about this. Like a lot of the receivers are going to be occupying the same part of the field.
Yeah.
So we need someone that could like maybe Trey Tucker. Maybe Trey Tucker is that guy. Maybe Trey Tucker is going to take that next step this year, but who knows? But I think that Raiders should look into getting a guy. I don't know if there's anybody available that with some speed at wide receiver at this point in free agency. Maybe they're going to have to look in the draft. So we'll see.
True. I mean, what I will say, what kind of mitigates that a little bit is that so many teams are playing too high. Like they're playing too high shell because they're trying to keep teams from beating them deep. That it opens up a lot more space underneath, both for the pass game and for the run game. So it might mitigate a little bit the need for. I mean, you still need it. Obviously, you still need speed on the field, but you know it's not as crazy of a need as it was before because, like I said, so many teams are playing like too high, so they want to just keep everything in front of them. So you definitely so maybe like in the first round you don't need like a speed guy. Definitely in the first round you don't want to like maybe if that's all they are is a speed guy. You can you can take a guy late, and I know we'll probably get into it later as we go into the draft. But there's a guy that you've been talking about that would be like an ideal target.
It's crazy that you mentioned that like a lot of teams are playing too high, and the teams that are like winning are the teams that can run the football.
Yeah,
and eventually once the NFL catches on, and they start running the football, then they're gonna put that. Then what's gonna happen?
Exactly.
They're gonna put that extra man in the box. Then you're gonna have a guy that can beat the top of the defense and hit. It's crazy how the NFL works. Like it's a cycle.
Exactly, it's all cyclical. Like remember, like teams were drafting like these super big receivers, so teams were having to draft big corners to compete with these big receivers, and then so who started killing the Wes Welkers and Amendolas and Antonio Browns? Those dudes were dominating. So then, now we got to get these shiftier corners in there, and now hey, you know what? Now like the big receivers are starting to make a comeback. So it's all cycles.
It's a blast from the past, man. Amari Cooper is also available. Would you think the Raiders should look in? Maybe bring him back? I mean,
he can stay his ass right in the past.
I said this the other day, man. I said I just didn't like how he left the Raiders in that. Not the way he left. Obviously, the Raiders traded him. But I just noticed how happy he was when he left the Raiders. I was like, man, I didn't like that, man. You didn't like being a Raider? You didn't like wearing the cereal black? I mean, obviously, the Raiders are winning a lot. I mean, they did have a couple of winning seasons. I mean, or at least were semi, winning games with him and Derek Carr. But it just, he just seemed a little too happy with Dallas. Like, I'm like, damn, like, it was that bad? Like, come on, man. Like, so I don't know if he'd be interested. I don't think he would be interested. Maybe if they offer him a contract, I don't know.
I just remember when he was drafted, it was so awkward because usually people go get all excited and be all happy. Yeah. He just did a weird turn and hugged his mom or whatever. It was real awkward. Like he was like he was mad to be drafted. I was like, oh,
yeah. But he's always kind of been like that, just non-emotional dude. But then, so when he showed emotion with Dallas, I was like, oh hell nah. So this whole time I was treating you like you was Tim Duncan. with no, like, just it's a person that just didn't really have like show a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
And
Like,
in reality, he just wasn't happy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But
it was crazy.
it is what it is. I mean, but he's kind of bounced around though. He went from the Raiders to the Cowboys, from the Cowboys to the Browns, and then the Browns ended up trading him to the Bills, and now he's a free agent. So, and the Bills don't seem like they're interested as of right now to bring him back. I don't know what that's looking like, but he's available. I mean, we'll see if the Raiders kind of tap in and see if he's interested in coming back to the Raiders. But I don't see it happening, but we'll see. Russell Wilson, that's we passing on that. Asante Samuel Jr. I thought this was interesting. You could see in this description here, it says that he's battling stinger symptoms, adding it's an issue he was born with. I was like, ooh,
yeah,
that's wild. So yeah. So I don't know what teams are gonna, but he's former second round pick. But I just can't get Devontae Adams just like cooking him every time he played him. Bruh, he was just every time. But barbecue chicken, man. Devontae Adams. I mean, Devontae Adams. Like he's an all-pro receiver, especially when at the beginning of his Raiders career. Like it was no one guarding him, but like he just used and abused Asante. So, but that being said, he's 25 years old. We need to add some depth to this cornerback room. We need a nickel. Does he fit that nickel role? I know he's not the biggest corner. Would you put him up, or is he more of an outside corner?
Yeah, he's more of an outside corner, and he can't tackle. That's the problem with Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah.
Can't tackle. So, and you want to play in a Chip Kelly defense, you got to be able to tackle, and he's not a tackler.
Yeah, and then you see here shoulder injury, so injuries might be an issue too as well. So he's not the biggest guy.
And then that stinger thing is like, and another thing, right? Who was a very talented player, and with the Seahawks that had some neurological issues that the team had to deal with. Percy Harvin, yeah. With those migraines. So it's like one of those situations where it's not anything physical. Like you can never really tell when it's gonna crop up. So it's like, we're gonna we depending on you at any given point. You get the stinger issue, you can be out a week or 2 weeks, or what if it's the playoffs or a Super Bowl? Like you can't, kind of stuff you got to worry about. So yeah, I think you got to pass on that.
Yeah. Coach, been a fan since 2003. Okay. All right. Well, so you might have seen the Raiders, probably seen the Raiders in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. So,
Coach?
Yeah, Coach. Yeah. Raider Alex says, I ain't ever seen this team win a playoff game. Damn.
Bro. Damn. Oh, damn. It's crazy.
The best game that I've ever seen.
Dang, bro.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like watching like the Raiders in the playoffs, like that's like for me, it's must see TV. Like it's, I can't miss the game. I gotta watch it. It's because it's competitive football, and at the same time, it's your team playing, so you're gonna be hella into the game. What?
Dang, bro.
We haven't. Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like man, that's crazy. Like I don't know how you I give like hella props to people like that, bro. Cause at least I had some times, right? I had some times where I'm like, bro, we running stuff. Like we bro, like we was on CBS. Game. We was on CBS every week. Every week we was on CBS, bro. Like you could not have our games on TV. Like we was on there every week.
Well, if you was in the Bay Area, our shit was blacked out. We had some blacked out games. Even it sucked.
Because
why do you think I'm a big Greg Papa fan? Because I used to I had to go on the radio to listen to the game. Like, cause Greg Papa was calling the game. Like, and because the game's it's crazy. It's crazy.
See, that's what be killing me because that's the Oakland fans be trying to dog out Vegas. It's like, oh man, this would never happen. Like, we all bro. I remember going to. I could drive up to Oakland and buy tickets on the day of the game. It'd be some trash seats, bro. I'll get a room at the La Quinta and just walk to the stadium and just go to my seats. Like
Right.
it was yeah, man. It was so you can always get tickets, bro. Like I remember we had to put up tarps because nobody would buy so y'all can see the games in the Bay Area. So
yeah. That was they did that like it was a creative way for the Raiders to sell out. But that's a whole different conversation, man. But yeah, man, shout out to Raider Alex, man. All the fans that never seen their team win a playoff game. I mean, I'm barely any better. I seen like early 2000. After that, it was just like downhill. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Space B says running back in the first. You know what? We're gonna try to enter. We're gonna stay tuned, man. We're gonna do a mock draft and we're gonna entertain what would it look like for the Raiders to draft a running back in the first and how we see it making sense. Not the fact that we want it to happen. It's just like, all right, if they're gonna do it, they should do it a certain way. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna do a mock draft for that. They were good when Magic was. Talking about Magic Johnson.
It's talking about how the Lakers ain't been good LeBron entire career. He's like, it's good with Magic. That's facts, bro. That's facts, man. That's crazy.
Gino isn't gonna take us to the promised land. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna bet on it, but the floor is high though. Like meaning that like, I think he could be a solid bridge QB. So the Raiders, if anything, I don't think it's gonna stop them from getting the QB in the draft. Maybe, hopefully, that guy turns out well. If it doesn't, I don't think it's gonna stop them from drafting a QB the next year. You know what I mean? Just in case like they don't feel like you gotta. Hey man, the quarterback position is one of the hardest positions to get right. Like you got to keep drafting them QBs until you find that guy. And it's funny. It's not funny, but Pete Carroll knows that. He did that with Seattle. Like when he signed Matt Flynn to a big deal, he traded for Tavares Jackson, and who the season prior won like 14, 15 games with them. I think they won I don't know if they won 14, 15 games, but I think he started like 14, 15 games.
He started like 14, 15 games,
yeah. I was
it ain't really like Tavares Jackson might have 14, 15 wins his entire career. It's not even that, actually. Not to hate on Tavares Jackson, but
but it was funny though. Pete Carroll kind of took a shot. He didn't mention him in the presser. I think it was funny the way he kind of worded it, but he was like, "Oh yeah, there's some guy that you guys probably don't even know." I was like, "Damn."
Damn.
That's wild, man. It was something like that, man. Salute to the king of mods in the building, man. My guy, man. Salute, Pharaoh. Salute, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. The chat is going wild, man. We're trying to catch up. I'm a little behind, but yeah, man. Let's get back to it, man. So obviously, going back to the free agency, we all know that the Raiders are in on the wide receiver market. They checked in with Cooper Kupp. Obviously, they, for whatever reason, maybe Cooper Kupp wanted more than what they were willing to offer. That's kind of been the theme of free agency. Like the Raiders are kind of have a set price in their mind, and if a player wants more, they're like, all right, deuces. Like we're not gonna overpay you. Which, hey, I respect it. It is what it is. But I will say, because we talked about it, 50-50 show. I did say, because we were trying to give free agency a grade, early grade. And I know you said a B, and I gave it an A-. Just the discipline for the Raiders to stay away from overpaying for guys, and in paying for guys that are premium positions, like the bringing back the Malcolm Kuntz, trading for Geno Smith. Yeah. But then when I seen some of the deals, like they could have brought back one of the three players. I think that was a decision made by Pete Carroll. The Nate Hobbs one you saw. Yeah. But even so, I think Pete Carroll wants his guys in the building at the end of the day. Yeah. That's just simply what that is, because that's a lot of starters. We're losing a lot of starters on defense. We couldn't pay one guy to bring back. They didn't bring back Kuntz, but I felt like the Nate Hobbs one. I was like, damn, Raiders could have did that deal. Yeah. Not the $48 million, but if you look at the details of that deal, it wasn't the guaranteed money. It was like a 2-year deal like basically
8
what
million.
18 million, so somewhere around there, like 8 million a year.
16. I think it was like 8 million a year.
60.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so 8 million a year. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's not bad. I mean, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But like we know that Nate Hobbs is talented. It's just the injuries. But it is what it is. They moved on. But Tyler Lockett is a guy that is also available. Has some good chemistry with Geno. But is he past his prime at this point? I mean, he was a deep threat for years for Seattle.
Yeah.
I just mentioned earlier about how like the Raiders it would be nice to have like a little bit more speed on the outside, But can he offer that at this point in his career? Like, is he? If he can, maybe.
I mean,
you're saying no.
He's lost a step. He's not. He's not what he was. Is he a better player than Trey Tucker? Yes. Is he faster than Trey Tucker? No. So you kind of got to look into that. Like, how much do you want to invest in the 32-year-old wide receiver that's losing step? And it probably won't be here after 1 year.
Look, I think if they add Tyler Lockett, it's not going to stop him from drafting a receiver that can possibly replace him or beat him out in training camp or something like that, in the draft.
Yeah.
At this point, I think that's where they're at right now with the market. Cooper Kupp was a guy that we know that's going to start.
Yeah.
Everybody else now at this point is like, I don't know. Are they even going to make the team? But just add a veteran just in case, like, just have someone that could hold down the fort if the Raiders have to draft the receiver like later in the draft, or they don't draft the receiver at all. It's possible. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah. But yeah, going into let's see, Von Miller. At this point they're too old. Calais Campbell. Damn, Calais Campbell. He's still trying to.
Man, still.
Man, my God. Hey, bro, he's a great player, man. He's been around for a minute. 39. I'm not sure if he would catch on to anybody, but he's been playing. Like, he played as recently as last year. So
yeah. Oh boy, sound like I gotta check it out. I want to see if he retired, but
Jason Peters.
Jason Peters retired. Mercedes.
But he played. The Seahawks signed him last year during the season. It was wild.
Jason Peters?
Crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, he's like 43 years old too.
Crazy.
I'm talking about Mercedes Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis, man, he's been playing for a minute. Is he still in the NFL?
He was with the NFL last year. I think he was with the Bears last year. Now they got a new coaching staff though, so Ben Johnson will probably get him up out of there.
What's crazy about his career? He's more of a blocking tight end.
At this point in his career, yeah.
But even before, like, he wasn't like a crazy receiving tight end though. Like,
never really crazy receiver, but that's what he was at UCLA though.
Oh, okay. Kind of like a big target, red zone target type dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, he was like a pretty good athlete. He was a pretty good athlete. He just
right.
It wasn't like he wasn't no burner, no crazy like speed guy, but he was pretty good athlete. But at this point in his career,
So this offensive line, Tyron Smith, I don't know if they're going to do that. I think they're all in on what we got out there at left tackle. Obviously, Colton Miller he's going to be the left tackle, and then Glaze. I think Pete Carroll came out and made some comments saying that like he's really impressed with Glaze. So I think he's probably gonna be the right tackle to start to be going into the training camp at least. Eric Kendricks, linebacker. That's another position that we might look into. Would you look into a guy like Eric Kendricks?
Nah, he's 33 years old. He had a little bit of a bounce back season, but I'm good.
I know I mentioned Nick Chubb before, but injuries is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
And I think they basically got their Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Signing a cheap veteran, even though he had an injury history, it's like low risk, high reward move with Mostert. Yeah. So yeah, man. I'm trying to see some guys. Elijah Moore. I don't know if I want another small receiver. Is he a deep threat? I don't know if he's a deep threat type of receiver though. He's more of like a.
He plays more in the slot though, but he can be a deep threat. He's a great route. Very good route runner, good hands.
Yeah.
But he's more of a slot, and we need some more height at the position.
Yeah. This is a guy, man. I'm not gonna lie. This could be this year's version of if the Raiders pick him up. I don't know if they would be interested. He's 25 years old. Obviously, injuries has kind of been a big factor in his career. But Azeez Ojulari, you know what I mean, for the Giants, former Giant player. He's in free agency. Maybe he could be that. He could fill in that Chase Young role. You know, be that third pass rusher off the bench. Former first round pick.
Yeah,
I like it, man. This would be a nice little cheap deal. Raiders sign him on the cheap.
Yeah.
Got some, has some upsides, low risk, high reward move. I like this.
Yeah, depending on what he wants. I mean, I'm sure he got a guy like that. He's going to garner interest elsewhere. But the thing that's good about the Raiders is that, you know, like guys like that will look at, hey, you know what? I saw with what happened with Caleb last year, right? And it would have been better if Caleb was able to secure like a long-term deal somewhere else. But the fact that, you know, hey, he turned, you know, a lower contract into more money and to go to another team as well, I think, you know, that might bode well for the Raiders, for guys like that are saying, hey, you know what, I want to rehabilitate myself and get my name on the map a little bit. Like, they'll look at us and say, you know what, I saw what Chason did. Maybe I can do the same thing over there.
Yeah. And hey, man, I do think that the Raiders should look into getting a third pass rusher. And it might come in the draft. It's possible. I mean, there's some guys in this draft that definitely the Raiders could look into getting. But I say if they're looking at free agency a little bit to add some depth, I think this would be nice, man. Like I said earlier, man, Tyree right now is a third pass rusher. I don't think they should bet on that. I mean, if Tyree steps up and he can be productive, that's good. But I don't think that the Raiders should bet on him being that guy. But this is another guy like, hey, Raiders should look into this because they got to open in that slot corner. Yeah. Mike Hilton. Do you think it would be a nice fit with this team? You know, he's coming from the Bengals defense. Obviously, they had to. I'm sure they let him go because they had to pay some guys this offseason. We just talked about like Jamar Chase getting paid. Two guys.
And that's why Trey Hendrickson is getting up out of there. they trying to win all on offense. They like, man,
yeah.
They like forget defense.
He's still with the team, but he's on a trade block, like officially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, that's why they about to get him up out of there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, because they were such a bad defense last year. It depends on what he wants. He's if he wants more, like if he's getting more than what Nate Hobbs would have got, like I don't see why it just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, but yeah, man. At this point, man, it's gonna be a lot of. I think Raiders are just gonna try to like get some value signings and then, you know, get some depth at certain positions, but there's not going to really be any like big time signings. Usually it happens in the beginning of free agency, and then after that, like, and the Raiders kind of like really didn't sign anybody to a big time deal outside of like what happened before free agency, and I think that's what took up most of the cap space. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it shakes out. I think they're still looking to fill out the roster a little bit, get some depth, and then give them some flexibility before the draft. But I think right now it's like, I think the Raiders are gearing up for the draft, like at this point. Unless like there's anybody that you want them to look into to sign.
Free agency?
Mm-hmm.
Tevin Jenkins would probably be the top of the list. Yeah. You know, just shore up that other guard position. At least have somebody there to compete with Parham. You know, compete with Meredith too. You know, and Kappa. Like, you know, like bring some more competition in there, some more depth. And that way, if one of those guys, you know, either him or Jenkins, if either Jenkins or Kappa beats out Parham, you know, then you got Parham who can be kind of like your swing guard and your backup center as well. So, I think that bodes well for the line. That'd be like a nice little rotation you have there at guard.
Yeah, man. We'll see how it shakes out. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We appreciate everybody coming through. So make sure to clock in and hit that like button, man. But yeah, man, let's move it along, man. Let's move it along to Around the Nation. This is where we get into conversations that's happening around the nation, and obviously, people are kind of wondering who's going to be picked at number 6, and this is just a random tweet. There's nothing against this guy that tweeted this, but I had to post it, and I have to show this, man. It's kind of wild, but it's about T-Mac. And this person is like, you know what? Like, he's giving me Hayward Bay vibes. Darius Hayward Bay. If you guys remember, Hayward Bay was a receiver drafted like mid to early 2000s. I would say was that two?
Yeah.
Was it 2009? I think he got drafted in 2009.
2009.
So early 2010s almost, right? And we just talked about it. We talked about early in the show. We were like how shocked we were when he got drafted at number 7. I think this is a terrible comparison. Just because you're talking about a Darius Hayward Bay who wasn't productive really in college, was not the number 1 guy in college. He did have a great combine. He ran well. He pretty much ran a 4.3 flat. I mean, some people timed him as a 4.2. But he checked all the physical components, but as far as everything else, like he wasn't a guy that like you foresee. Everybody was shocked that he was drafted in the first round. That was crazy. T-Mac is like literally the number 1 receiver on the board, on a majority of everybody's board. So I don't know, man. This is if this was the 50-50 show, we would call this flag on the play.
Facts. Facts. I mean, like, you can't find 2 players that are more different than Teteroa McMillan and Darius Hayward Bay. Like, Teteroa was universally considered the best receiver in this draft class. Some people say he's a top 5 receiver to come out in the past decade. Is like DHB was a burner. Really couldn't, really had no routes, really had no, fluidity, no acrobatic maneuvers, questionable hands. Like Teteroa he's not really a burner, but he's a big body guy, great with the ball in the air, super acrobatic, circus catches, like super productive. You get the ball in his hands. He's one of the best receivers after the catch, in terms of, with the ball in his hands. I want to say he was third amongst receivers in missed tackles forced. I think 7th most in deep receptions or something like that. Like he's a guy that's uber productive, right? Like the complete opposite of Darius Hayward Bay. So, I don't see like how you see those 2 players play, see their pedigree, how they're viewed as prospects, and think they're anything alike. It's people just saying stuff to say stuff.
Yeah, you know what? And I think a lot of it has to do with because there's a lot of people who want to draft Genty. They really want to draft Genty at 6 though. At 6 is crazy. And I felt like we it was like a couple weeks ago we played a clip. It was a clip of Daniel Jeremiah talking about how, his view on the running back position, and I felt like it was like the best breakdown of it. Like literally, you don't want to you want to make sure you don't want to waste his carries, because if he goes to a bad team, literally his first 3 years are going to be wasted. And how long is the shelf life of a running back? I mean, for the most part, it's like less than 10 years. You know what I mean? Once they hit that 30-year-old mark, they're almost done. So, meaning that you want to make sure they're coming to a team that's already complete. So what made look, for a good example is look at the Eagles, right? The Eagles already had a complete team. Their team was ready to go. So when you add a running back, like a Saquon, it just makes that move that much better. It makes him that much better, and his impact even that much better, I think. But if let's say Saquon went to the Giants, I think you made this point before too. I think you probably made this point about how like the difference between Saquon playing for the Giants and the Eagles is huge. It's like Saquon couldn't do much to help out the Giants at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because they had problems in a lot of different areas of the team.
Yeah, good running backs don't fix bad rushing teams or bad rushing offenses, right? Like if you they can mitigate some of the bad and turn it from maybe terrible to mediocre or slightly above average, but you aren't going to take a bad rushing team and put a good running back there and all of a sudden it's good. But what they can do is do what Saquon did and take a team that's already pretty good at running the football and then supercharge that. Remember Miles Sanders was considered one of the he was very productive when he was with the Eagles at one point, right? Mm-hmm. And ironically, I think Miles Sanders was Saquon's backup in college, if I recall correctly. But then they get Saquon, and Saquon turns that into the best rushing offense in the league. And dang, coach, that's unfortunate. You picked the worst time. Damn, dog, you picked the worst time to damn. Talking about man, bro, that's like buying Blockbuster stock after Redbox got invented. I think I'm gonna invest in. I think I'm gonna buy some Blockbuster stock right now. Man,
after Netflix, after Netflix came onto the
scene. Damn, dog, that is, man. I'm sorry, man. You stronger than me, man.
What's crazy is I think Blockbuster had an opportunity to buy Netflix and they passed, or something like that. It was something crazy.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it
was something crazy like that. But that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, man, Coach, man. But he says, no, I became a fan after the Super Bowl season. I was actually a lukewarm Bucks fan that 2002 season and converted after. What part of the ass whipping made you was you sympathetic to the Raiders? Like, damn, bro, these dudes got you saw us get our ass whipped. Coach,
man. I really want to root for those guys.
Man, this is how the origin stories for the bad guys start. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But man, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hopefully we're able to draft guard in second or third rounds. TN says, we'll see.
Second and third round?
That's kind of, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I want to add. Hey, look, I have eyes on us adding a young QB possibly, or even the best available running back.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it'd be perfect time to look at whoever is the top running back at that board. I mean, obviously, if let's say Hampton gets drafted early, I mean, I think Hampton's probably gonna be drafted in the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get out the first.
He ain't gonna get past Pittsburgh. Genty gonna go probably. Genty, I doubt if Genty gets past the Cowboys. Hampton not gonna make it past Pittsburgh. I don't think so.
But even then, even if Hampton is available after the first round, Raiders, what pick are they picking? It's pretty much the same. It's the 7th pick or 6th pick in the draft in the second round. So it's they're gonna have to trade up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that serious. Yeah. I don't want us to trade up for a running back in this draft.
Nah, hell no.
You see what I'm saying? It's just
Nah. I mean, if he's there, if he falls to you, you gotta take him. Damn, you gotta take him in the second round. If he falls all the way back there, you gotta take him. You can't pass on Derrick Henry again like we did.
Right.
All right, you gotta take him. So, but if he's not there, yeah, like I said, I'm cool with Travion. If we get Travion in the third, you gotta look at who's on the board at that point. Depending on what we do with the first pick. It all depends on what we do with the first pick.
Mad Dog, I know. Hey, I know you heard me say it earlier. I'm catching up on the chat, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. So, what do you think of either signing Ojulari or Fowler at edge after losing Chase Young? That's what I'm saying. Ojulari would be nice. Fowler,
I'll do Ojulari. Yeah, I'm cool on Dante Fowler.
I like the upside on Ojulari. I mean, I just think that his issues has been health. But if you get him on a cheap, 25-year-old talented pass rusher, when he's in there, he's productive. I'll do it. And you put him on limited snaps. You know, like put him under a coach like Rob Leonard, and a creative defensive coordinator, or defensive mind like Patrick Graham. Yeah. They're gonna find a role for him. And I think this is the year that Max, he's still gonna go all out. He's still gonna be, but I think this is where they're gonna try to find ways for him to just
manage him.
take a few snaps off, bro. You got to prolong your career, bro. Like if you playing all the snaps, like you're gonna be done by like, are you gonna make it to the end of your contract? Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
You want to I'm sure he's a smart enough dude. He's gonna want to play long term. He's gonna want to play, deep into the season. And if obviously if they make the playoffs, like he's gonna want to play in those big games. So I'm sure like. I think that's gonna change for Max, and if that's the case, that means that other guys need to come in and need to be. They don't have to be as good as Max, but just be productive. And I feel like Ojulari might give you a little bit of upside, so I like that for sure. I mean, is there anybody else like in free agency? I mean, that's a pass rusher. I mean, he mentioned Fowler, but I don't know. Like Fowler just at this point.
That's a pass rusher. I think he might have signed already. Did Chase Young go somewhere?
Judon. I don't know how you feel about Judon. Matthew Judon.
He's old, right? So Matthew Judon is old.
Did
Chase Young go anywhere?
Chase Young resigned with this.
He resigned.
Yeah.
He's right. So okay. Then I can't think of any other young young guys.
Yeah, and you never know. We might end up drafting a guy.
Possibly. That would be crazy, though. That'd be crazy.
Like in the first round?
Yeah, that'd be crazy in the first round. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be like ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous. But, I mean, we did take Arnett in the first round, so I've seen – we just talked about Darius Hayward-Bay, so we ain't seen the crazier things. We've seen Leatherwood. We've seen Hayward-Bay. We've seen – take a kicker in the first round. We didn't see some wild stuff, bro. So it's anything can happen with the Raiders.
I think like that at number 6, someone that would be close to being a pass rusher, which he's not. He's a D tackle. Is probably Mason Graham getting picked at number 6 if he drops down. Abdul Carter is probably gonna go like in the top 3, top 4. Sure. Like he's not gonna drop to 6 at all. Everyone wants Barry Sanders. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Too bad he's not in this draft. Like,
let's see. So, I think Steve says I think Spytech Pete gonna want a linebacker day 2. Either Schlesinger or Demetrius Knight. I think Schlesinger is your guy, right? Well, not your guy, but like he played for UCLA.
I like Schlesinger, but I think my opinion, second round is too early for Schlesinger. I'll wait to the third, and if we get an extra second round pick and you got someone to play with, maybe. But even then, if you get an extra second round pick, I'm probably taking best player available with my first second round pick, and then best running back available with my second round pick if we pick up 2. Depend on what we do in the first round.
Yeah. Well, let's move it along real quick. Make sure, like I said, make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let's just get to extra point. Let's not waste any time, man. Let's get into the mock draft. So the last few weeks we tried different combinations, trading up, traded down, to see what it would look like to trade up to number 1. We've seen how impossible it was going from number 6 to 1 because they're gonna want to arm a leg ahead. Like we literally tried to trade up entire draft and it denied us. So, and then there was a scenario where there was a quarterback at number 4 that we liked and we tried to trade up and then we made that happen. But now things have changed. Raiders got their bridge QB. The likelihood of them trading up and get a QB is slim to none. I mean, unless like Cam Ward is there at number 4, then I'm like, okay, maybe the Raiders, they go ahead and get their guy. I mean, Cam Ward is someone that we heard that might have been linked to the Raiders early on, but I don't see that happening. I think Cleveland was able to sign Myles Garrett to a big time contract extension, but I'm sure part of that contract extension was like, we're gonna get a QB.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, we're gonna pay you this money, sign back, because he wrote a whole letter. He was like,
oh yeah.
He was pretty adamant that he wanted to like leave, and then all of a sudden money talks at the end of the day, but I'm sure he knew that wherever he was going to get paid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
you can't trade for him and not pay him. That would be stupid.
Right. But my point is that the Browns are picking number 2, and I'm sure part of them re-signing Myles Garrett is like we're probably gonna get a QB. And like, Deshaun Watson, I'm sure like probably lost that locker room. Like, it's that whole situation. Deshaun
he didn't lose Jameis. Jameis was still a believer.
Right. But so I see the Browns picking QB. So I don't see Cam Ward getting past the Browns. Now that in this draft, we're gonna entertain another trade down. And keep in mind that we're gonna trade down and see if Genty's on the board, because that's the only way I would see like come on, man, like we can't. I just don't want to pick Genty at 6.
Exactly.
If you're gonna pick Genty, then trade down and pick another second round pick. Like, try to get another second rounder, because we got too many holes, man. We got too many other positions that we can fill. Like, think about it. Like, we need linebacker. You could probably grab a corner.
Yeah.
Safety. Safety's look, like we lost out on Morris. Who's gonna be on the other side? I mean, we did pick up Jeremy Chin. I understand that.
Chin, yeah.
So that could be, but then, they can make it. You can make a case that they can actually address, get a safety that they like. They want, especially Pete Carroll, because obviously that's his forte, doing that secondary in the past, Legion of Boom. We all know that.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and set this up, man. We're not wasting your time.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what's up?
There's a lot of different directions they can go. So, like, a lot of different directions they can go in this draft. When you have, and that's, I guess, it's not a good thing, but one of the I guess benefits of having so many needs is that there's a lot of different directions you can go. So you're not really limited in what you can do.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the Raiders, and let's go. Let's head into this. See what happens.
Watch Genty go like 3.
All right. So real quick, Carter goes number 1.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is where I'm like, God, like, come on, man. Like, this is weird.
Watch New England pick up Genty.
Wow.
None of the QBs go. That's wild. That's what.
Well, hey, man, that is. See, now what's gonna happen is like, oh, you guys traded down with the QBs on the board, and then before going into this, we said we're gonna trade down. Y'all did this last.
You gotta trade down. You gotta trade down.
I'm gonna trade down just to. Oh my, Cam Ward and Shador on the board.
Both on the board.
But damn, Cam Ward's on the board.
That's crazy.
All right.
That's never going to happen, though.
Just to let y'all know, we would actually draft Cam Ward right here. Easy. But just for purposes of like, because we want to trade down and then like draft Genty.
Yeah.
And see what that would look like. Or trade down and draft another player outside of, obviously, Cam Ward would be the guy that we draft right now. Easy. This is not like we're not going to. That's the first option, only option right now. But we're going to go ahead and see what the 17?
17 is kind of low.
Second round pick. I think that's a 4th or 5th round pick. In a future second. No one cares about that. Only one trade offer. Ugh.
With both QBs on the board? That's crazy. That was only one trade offer with both QBs on the board. That's wild.
Dang.
That's crazy. That's crazy. People is
I might
not
have
messing
to.
with anymore
I might have to start this over. Like this is not realistic at all.
at
Come
all.
on, like what are they doing? They trying to. Yeah, I'm gonna reject it. I'm just gonna reject it, and then you know what? I'm gonna start this over. But before I do that, I'm just gonna draft Cam Ward.
Just so we can do it.
I gotta do it, man. If
So
Cam
we
is
can
on
do
the
it one
board,
time.
man, what the fuck? Hell yeah, what the hell?
Do it one time. Hell yeah.
Man. Let's see. I shake. Genty went number 10. Okay. All right. We'll keep that in mind. So we'll just let this play out real quick.
Yeah, that makes sense to the Bears. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Let me restart. I'll restart. Oh, I can restart it. Yeah, for sure. Let's restart it.
10 to the Bears makes sense. I can see that. All
right. Let's restart it. All right. Okay, Abdul Carter. Okay, what the hell? Where are they getting this? And T-Mac goes number 5.
And what you call it still ain't gone? Cam still ain't gone?
Oh, we got 4 trade offers now. Okay.
Now we got 4 trade offers.
All right. So
but the Cowboys moving up for Genty though. We can't.
Yes. All right. Let's look at the next deal. So just to keep in mind, pick number 12.
That's gonna be the highest pick though. It's gonna go down.
Second round pick. Okay. Pick 13, pick 48. So that's a second. That's obviously 13. Shout out Brock Bowers. 48, and then pick 116. That's fourth rounder.
That's a fourth. Yeah, fourth.
It's a fourth rounder.
A late fourth.
Okay, let's look at the next one. Hell no.
Yeah, I ain't helping y'all out. Yeah, see, they all gonna get down. They're gonna get lower. So 12 is the highest.
12 is the highest. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, just again, FYI, because I know someone in the chat is gonna be like, Cam Ward's on the board, draft him. We're trying to trade down. So obviously we would draft Cam Ward. We just want to just see how it looks like if we trade down and who we would get. So I'm gonna pick this Dallas chick just because it's a high second round pick.
I think they're gonna take though. I think they're gonna take Genty.
You think so? Or
yeah, let's take it there. Let's take it.
Maybe they're tired of Dak, man. You know what I mean? Maybe they're thinking about life after Dak.
It might
sign him.
That'd be crazy if they take Cam Ward. But yeah.
Yeah. The next best thing is this one, but let's go. Let's go here. I'm gonna accept it. Accept it.
Will
Where Johnson. They go? Oh, Will Johnson. Okay. Let me see.
Let's see. The 49ers. Will the 49ers do it? Now they got C-Mac, CMC. Oh, well, I think we're good. Damn. We low-key should take that Dolphins deal. But that was fine.
Oh, no, because it would have been well, technically, yeah. Because they would offered us more picks, but then like we're only doing it like to the third round, so it's like it doesn't matter.
Exactly,
yeah. Okay, so resume draft.
Mason Graham at
11. Oh damn, Mason
crazy.
Graham draft. This draft is at like, God.
These sites is trash. These sites is trash.
What are they doing?
Right,
34.
Yeah,
I'm
34. What? Like, y'all smoking?
Yeah,
I ain't helping them out.
All right,
let's take.
So in this scenario, all right, if the Raiders wanted to draft Genty, which a lot of people are.
Did Shador go in front of what you call it?
Yeah, he went to. They had the Jets.
The Jets. It's crazy.
And then Cam Ward went to the Saints in this mock draft.
That's crazy. That would definitely be the opposite though. Because
Yeah.
the Jets play outdoor. They need somebody with more arm strength than Shador. So they'd have to take Cam Ward. And the Saints playing in the dome, that's perfect for Shador.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that. I think the Titans are taking a QB. I think the Browns are taking QB. I think the Giants they want to get a QB, but it's just I don't know. I don't see it happening, bro. But yeah, anyways, Raiders are on the clock. We're drafting Genty. So, my bad.
Yeah, so so in this draft we're playing out scenarios where we take a running back in the first round, seeing what we do from there. So we're always going to take Ashton Jeanty. Neither one of us want to take a running back in the first round, but we're trying to see if there's a scenario where that will make sense.
Facts. All right. So now, oh damn, I wanted to deposit.
Jackson Dart.
Fuck.
Jackson Dart went.
Seattle. 2 trade offers. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Go off trade.
I keep doing it the wrong way.
Seattle smoking. That's our third round. That's next year's pick. I'm good. Yeah,
Okay.
they smoking. They smoking. I'm good. Reject.
But in reality, I would do this though. I would do this. Like in real life, I would do this.
Oh
Dropping
for
three spots to get a second round pick, and then you just give them the
next year,
third round.
the fourth.
Yeah, hell yeah, I would do this.
Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I do it. But yeah, not
just
this
for
year.
like mock draft purposes. Rejection. All right, so who we taking on the board? Let's take a look. There's a couple of offensive guards.
Oh,
Who
do we have? Trey Harris. No, Trey Harris too slow. I like Gray Zabel.
Offensive guard. Not trying to say.
Yeah, I like Gray Zabel.
Let's see what the running back was looking like right now.
Everybody's still there. It's so many guys there.
Man.
Somebody takes. No, he probably lowers. Is Scatterboo still there? Lower? Like, you see him right there. What's crazy is that remember, like, everybody was talking about Cam Scatterboo at one point. And for the past month, you ain't heard a damn word about Cam Scatterboo.
Yeah.
You ain't heard a word about Scatterboo.
Because he was killing in college, but it's just that like the combine, and he didn't really participate in the combine.
No,
I don't think he participated. He might have a pro day.
He jumped. I think he had a high jump. I remember for sure. I don't know if he ran. I don't remember if he ran or not. I know for sure he had a good vert.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a good vert. He had like 30. I want to say 39, I think, something like that. 39 and a half, 39.
Let's see.
I don't remember if he ran though.
Scatterboo. Let's see. Did he run? I don't think he did anything. Well, okay, let's see. Oh yeah, damn. Oh damn, that's crazy. He had a almost 40-inch vert.
I think he ran like a 4 or 5. Oh, he didn't run. So yeah, he had a good vert. I remember that.
You think he runs at his pro day?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Except if he doesn't run his pro day, then people think you're trying to hide something.
Yeah, I mean, like he's not the fastest guy.
He's not the fastest guy, but then like that confirm, like if you don't run at the combine, you can kind of say make an excuse like, oh, I want to run on my pro day. But if you don't run at your pro day, then people are like, all right, yeah, you slow. That's what they think. Right. It's like, all right, you don't run at your pro day yet, unless you got an injury. It's like, okay, you just slow, so you trying to avoid it, and then that makes you look bad because it makes you look like you're not a competitor too.
Well, so I guess it buys them more time to like prepare too. If you think about it, it buys them more time to prepare. Yeah, like maybe drop some weight
and then
do what you can to get a good time.
Exactly. He's doing what that's what Carson Schlesinger did. Carson Schlesinger played at like 225, between 225 227. He showed up to the combine at 240 something, and he jumped, and that's all he did. And he gonna drop a whole bunch of weight for UCLA Pro Day, and he gonna run and be at his fastest. Yeah. Cause they're not gonna weigh you again. You know, it's like they already have your weight on record. So now, you know, people might comment, "Oh, he looks slimmer than he does there," but nobody's gonna know for sure. So.
Yeah. Maybe might look at corner, possibly. Let's see.
Yeah, I like Benjamin Morrison. Benjamin Morrison, I think he can play nickel too. Only thing about Benjamin Morrison is that he's had 2 hip injuries on the same hip. So it's like, because he was probably like just pure corners. Well, depending on what you play. Well, depending on where you put Travis, right? Depending on where you put Travis, if you consider him a corner or wide receiver, Benjamin Morrison entered in this year, he was either second or third. You know, he's right behind Will Johnson. Or Travis Hunter. So I still have Will Johnson above Travis Hunter. So if you have Travis Hunter at corner, then Benjamin Morrison would have been third. If you don't, then he would have been second behind Will.
Well, just based off like how they're valuing right now the running back position, it kind of might be a little too early for us to get one. Because Hampton went early. That's why I was like trying to stop it. Maybe to possibly trade up to get maybe a Jackson Dart possibly. You know what I mean? Because he ends up getting drafted by the Browns. Hampton goes to the Giants. So then we can look at like other positions right now and try to get a better value. Xavier Watts. Let's see Xavier Watts. Ooh. Okay, Patrick Graham. You know, Pete Carroll special right there. Let's see linebacker. Let me look at linebacker real quick. I know you wouldn't like this, Severe, because you and we just talked about earlier about like guys with traits, but Jalen is on the board.
Jalen Monroe.
I do want to take a QB like between
the
second and third round. The second and third round. I know you said you take him in the fourth.
I'm taking him in the fourth at the earliest. I'm not taking. Maybe if we had the extra third, maybe. But I'm not taking this dude in the second, bro. If we go Genty, Jalen Monroe back to back, bro. Bro, we go Genty, Jalen Monroe, bro. I'm not even watching the rest of the draft, bro. I'm cool. I'm gonna pack it up.
I would be okay with taking corner though too.
Yeah, I said if Benjamin Morrison wasn't hurt, I wouldn't be mad at that. But he's like I said, he has two hip injuries.
Let's see what the chat. Let's see. We'll let the chat decide. Morrison or Siobhan Revel.
I like Siobhan Revel. Siobhan Revel still there? Siobhan Revel. The only thing is like he's an outside corner. Siobhan Revel's a freak though. That dude's like as an athlete. That dude he's a crazy athlete.
Why is it doing that?
He's probably gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gone. He probably went. Yeah, he got to be gone. Yeah. He would be higher. He'd be like He'd be between. I like Isaiah Thomas too out of Florida State. But I like Trey Amos too. But like all those corners right there are pretty solid. But Siobhan Revel probably went first round. I'm pretty sure.
This dude that ran like a 4.2, right? Maxwell Harrison.
Yeah, this is Kentucky. Yeah.
It sounded like this. He would Benjamin Morrison probably be a better fit or the type of corner that the Pete Carroll would like to get. Good size, overall length. You know what I mean? Good overall speed. I'm down to get Morrison right here.
I ain't mad at Morrison.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's move along. We got another second round pick, so Schwarzenegger went.
See, he's not gonna go in the second round though. He only has 1 year starting experience. I don't see him going in the second. But maybe a team like he has traits. So maybe a team gets real high on him or loves him, or he is a very good chance he kills at the UCLA Pro Day too. If he kills at the UCLA Pro Day, then he might go high.
Do I see the Raiders going offensive line though?
Is Zabel gone?
Zabel was the top player on the board when
I'll go Zabel. Go Zabel. Is he still there?
No, I'm saying like no. I think he's gone.
Oh
yeah,
damn.
gone.
Okay, it would have been perfect. Damn.
You would have took Zabel.
I'd probably take Zabel. Yeah, Zabel. I mean, Zabel was he was highly rated. Only problem with Zabel is that he went to a small school. I think he went to North Dakota State. So people worried about his level of competition, but he's played he's played all 5 positions. He did pretty solid at the combine. Did well at the Senior Bowl. So I would I would. He's a guy that teams could. Oh, here he's right there. He went to the Dolphins, right? I'm tripping.
To the Dolphins. He almost made it. Almost made it. To 44.
Yeah. He offers versatility too. So.
All right. So this is the second round pick that we got in the trade down. We went corner. Let's see. Damn. You know what I was thinking too? If you get
running backs are there.
Would you say if we get a corner, would you want a guy that has some versatility to go inside?
Definitely.
Based off like the players that we already have. I mean, Jacorian Bennett is an outside corner.
Right.
Obviously, Jack Jones outside. Then that guy like Harrison, damn. That's what I was looking at him a little bit because I think he could play inside. I mean that was earlier. Now we already made the pick, so.
Yeah, he made Morrison as a pick.
Let me look at running back. Let's see.
We already drafted Genty. I'm tripping. We drafted Genty already.
Why am I looking at running back? I'm tripping. Because know why? Because in our minds, we're not gonna pick a running back in the first round.
Exactly. I'm tripping too. I'm like, oh, let's grab us a running back. Like, bro, we just did that. I'm tripping.
It's early to.
Jaden Higgins. I'd take. It's the second round. Jaden Higgins.
It's third round though.
Hey, look, Ayo Manor. See, I like him, but he's not a speed guy, though.
You think his value went up to the point where he's going to get drafted in the second, based off his combine performance?
He killed it. I mean, I really like Jaden Higgins. He's 6'4", with speed. I like Jaden Higgins, but it might be too early in real life. But I think we need a guard, though. I want to get us. I think we need a guard.
Then we should have got one earlier. Then. Shit,
no. Go to D tackles real quick. Go to D tackles. See, is Tyleek Williams there?
No, man. I think he might have got.
Yeah. Kenneth Grant.
If I got to scroll all the way down, that means we
exactly. No, he would have been. He's like third or he's like third behind Grant or
linebacker. Hey, low key, I can see receiver getting. I mean safety getting drafted too in the draft. I know people are not gonna want that, but it's hella unexpected. I'm saying
we got Palomar and we got
did he get like he got paid where he could be a serviceable like I don't think he got paid high enough to where you could be like, oh, we're not drafting safety. You know what I mean? Like it just
It's
like it was just more of a strategic depth signing. I mean, he's going to start. I think he's most likely he has a good chance of starting, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I want to either. Let's see. Who's highest on the board right now?
Xavier Watts, safety out of Notre Dame.
See how. Maybe he played in the slot. I didn't see enough. I mean, I didn't watch. I didn't watch enough. I didn't watch.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't watch enough Notre Dame, so I don't know how good he is in the slot. I have to ask. Leo's a Notre Dame fan, so I have to ask Leo. Let's see what the let's see what the draft wants. I mean, what the chat wants.
Let's see.
See what the chat talking about.
Let's see. Morrison's good. I don't know if he has catch-up speed. I think he's like a Joey Porter Jr., very handsy. Super Omicron.
He's a dog though. He's a dog.
Steve says draft guard. Damn, I should have went ahead.
Grace Abel would have probably been a smoother pick. That first pick.
Yeah.
Grace Abel, and then we probably.
I know. IG Chargers got Becton. That's a good signing for them. Their O-line is going to be legit. They already had like some talent on that O-line. I'm just like, damn, like.
Yeah.
Becton.
We'll see what Becton does.
Yeah. Because he had injury history too. He had injury history.
Injury history too. And then like I said, Jeff Stoutland is the best O-line coach in the league. So we'll see. We'll see what Becton looks like when Jeff Stoutland isn't his coach and run game coordinator, and he doesn't have Saquon to block for him.
What happened to the safety that we drafted? I think is it sarcasm?
I was talking about Trey Taylor, or we got. Like I was saying, we got Trey Taylor,
Morrig,
and we got
or Morrig. You know what I mean? Like he's.
Or Morrig, or
you know what I mean? We let him go. Yeah. We let him walk. Yeah. It sucks though, man, because like that was one of like the very few guys that we drafted, developed, and they actually are a good player, and we let him walk.
Yeah.
It's like damn, like they did all the right things with Morrig, and technically it makes sense to like sign him, re-sign him, but he got paid, bro.
Yeah,
he got paid, man, more than what we think that he should get. But it is what it is. I mean, if the Raiders really liked him, they should have probably looked into sign. This is where they probably should have signed him before his stock went up. That's where they would have got a good deal.
Exactly.
But back to. Oh yeah. We did draft like a couple of Trey Taylors, Chris Smith, but they were like later round picks, bro. Like at best, they're probably gonna be safe. They're probably gonna be like special teams. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. I know Jeremy Chin. I get it. But I don't think it's gonna stop him from getting like. If Xavier Watts is the best player on the board, you think it really stops him from getting? You know what I mean? Or if the safety, we'll just say if safety, you think it stops them just because they got a Palomalu on a like what was it, a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal for like it's let me see what Palomalu didn't get paid like that. He got tendered.
No, he got paid. He got a contract.
He got a restricted free agent. He was a restricted free agent, I think.
Yeah, I think they signed him to an actual deal though. If I recall correctly.
But it wasn't crazy, bro.
Ain't nothing crazy. No.
Y'all making it seem like this dude got like one of the highest paid safeties out there. He's replaceable.
Crazy. I mean, apparently everybody was replaceable. We let Americans playing.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Let me look at this contract. Let me look at this contract. I know it wasn't crazy. Spot track. So he got $3.5 million, damn near. I mean, he got 2 years, $7.4 million.
Okay, so yeah, so
and 3.5 is guaranteed. So literally,
yeah. So
if 3.5 is guaranteed, that means like that's 1 year, $3.5 million. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Come on.
I won't put safety. I won't put safety. Safety is like
if he sneezes wrong, like all right, you know what?
Yeah.
we you out of here, man.
Like we already drafted because safety and linebacker are probably the most devalued positions. Yeah. In terms of in terms of defense, like safety and linebacker are the two most devalued positions. Man, but so if we draft the running back in the first round and then come back and draft the safety in the second round, it's like that's like low key. That's like terrible value. That's terrible allocation of your research.
I mean, shit. We're doing this. We're doing this mock draft to all the people who want to draft a running back in the first. If Genty's out there, he's a perfect. Keith Carroll wants to run the ball 100 times, and Genty's the guy, and yada da da da, and so we traded down. We got a couple of second round picks. We got that. We got a corner. Yeah. With the first second round pick in Morrison. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at offensive line?
I'm looking at offensive line, man.
Kevin Lurker says count some of the tackles as guards.
That is a fact.
Okay. So let's look at some of the Essery. Let's look at him real quick. Played in a zone running scheme. I think the Raiders.
They run his own. Yeah.
They might be running his own this year.
Yeah.
Okay. His most natural position is on the left side.
Is Jonah Savanea is still available?
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah. How far down was he?
They have him as 49, so not too bad. So basically,
he's like low in terms of tackles. Damn, that's crazy. But he's like they have him as a.
Well, as far as
listed as a tackle.
As far as overall, he's not that far. But if you're as far as the tackles, they have like 2 other tackles ahead of him.
He's more of an he's gonna move inside though. I think he's moving inside.
Jonah.
Yeah, I'll probably take him. I think he's a dog. I'd probably take him.
Oh, this sound like this guy's a Tom Cable
what
special right here. You know, Tom Cable, he like loves like offensive line with long arms.
Yeah.
Tools. This look like, I don't know if he's a zone guy. Like he's more of like a
power guy. He's a monster. That's Cameron Williams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You wanted to?
I was like Jonah Savanea.
Let's see.
Right there, he's right there. 49.
Yeah, I'm catching up with the chat and see what they're talking about. But yeah, Jonah right here. You want to take him?
That's the one you just looked at. You said that's the one that's more of a power guy, or is the Cameron Williams guy?
Cameron Williams, and I think Essery, they're looking at him as more of a zone guy. But for Jonah, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Projects better as offensive guard. Let's see. He's primarily experienced as a zone blocker, so another zone guy. But he has experience with gap.
And Steve makes a good point. Yeah, Steve makes a good point. Is that our offensive line coach is Pete Carroll's son, and where did Pete Carroll's son coach at?
Hey, you said Pete Carroll's son. Where did he coach at?
Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, connecting the dots. I think John might be the guy. I agree with you, man. I'm not knocking him, man. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying, as of right now, I feel like the Raiders still can. I don't think they'll be stopped to drop. Like, I don't think they're going to be stopped to get a safety if he's the best player on their board. Like, I think that they can easily go after him. But, I mean, Palma deserves a chance. We'll see what he does. Technically, this probably be his first crack or first opportunity to start. So, I think he's projected to be the starter. So, we'll see. I'm not knocking him, man. I'm just being honest. I just want the best players on the football team. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go Jonah 7-8.
All right, let's go do it.
Let's build up the offensive line. Let's see what we got in the third. So far we got running back, corner, and the guard, right?
Oh, Milrow went in 52nd. Damn.
Who'd he go? Steelers?
He went to the Steelers.
That makes sense.
Fuck.
That makes sense.
Oh, Jaden Higgins went to the Chiefs. Fuck.
Oh, damn.
Fuck. Reject.
And,
Rejected.
all right. Let's see what receivers we got.
Fuck. Damn.
Oh damn! All the receivers. Oh, Emory.
Oh damn! I keep looking at running back because I keep forgetting that our first round pick was Genty. All right.
What running back is there?
Henderson, Trayvon Henderson.
Damn.
68
Fuck it. You know me, bro. I was like, but nah, we need a wide out though. We definitely need a wide out. Dang, my boy's still there. Damn, dog, that makes me think like that. As that all the more reason why I ain't drafted Genty in the first round.
I do want to get like a defensive tackle too. You know what I mean? We got to beef up that defensive line.
Is my guy
Let's see.
defensive? See, he gonna go later though. My guy, so I ain't even trying.
Probably could wait a little bit. Let's see.
You want a big guy, right? Is Alfred Collins there?
And we gotta look at linebacker too. Let me see.
I think we do gotta look at linebacker. What defensive tackles are there? Oh, Chris Paul Jr. People like him. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Versatile linebacker, speed, instincts.
Actually, I would not be mad at that.
Probably add something different to what we have at that linebacker.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Chris Paul Jr. Yeah,
he kind of will probably play that Divine Diablo role.
Yeah.
Kaiser.
Kaiser White.
Jack Kaiser. Let's see. Wide receiver. Let's see what wide receiver looks like.
What wide receivers are for it?
That's looking.
Ted Johnson, man. Your boy Ted Johnson.
This dude's like a $120, running like a 4.6, like 5'2". See, he's gonna get killed, man, out there. But he might. Hey, it might be a matter of football speed too. Like people sometimes put too much on that 40 time, but it is kind of concerning. You like 150.
Whoa.
Man.
Xavier Restrepo is too small too. Kyron Lacey's a nutcase. Jack Beck is slow. I like Jalen Royals. But he's not a speed guy either though. He ran better than what I thought, but he's not a speed guy either.
But you feel what I'm saying? Like a speed guy would be perfect. Like we don't even have to get. I don't even think we even have to get a number one receiver. Technically,
no.
Just someone that could just.
That's Brock. I mean, Brock is the number one.
That can fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get Brock and you get Tedero. That's the thing, though.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. But like, I'm just saying, like, just due to the circumstances, like, we got to figure out creative ways to make it work.
Man, let's go. Damn. Let's go DT. Oh, I know people like Savion Williams. How far is he down? He way down there. Damn. Savion Williams a freak, but he's a boomer bust type. He got he got questionable hands. That's the thing with Savion Williams.
How they say he's 6'5", 225, and then they list him at 6'3", 222. This is fucking.
That's probably what he was. It's probably what he was listed at. He's probably listed at 6'5" at what's he call it? He's probably listed at 6'5" at TCU, and then he gets to the combine.
Hey, Pro Football Network, man, they getting exposed today, man. I ain't gonna front, man. We went to the combine. We checked the real numbers. Remember, I think it was Thornton. We looked at it. Remember, we looked at his height earlier.
Oh yeah.
Before the show, man. They list him at 6'4", but like the combine lists him at 6'5". The combine is like they're literally there measuring their height and weighing them. And they listed him at 6'5", so they big time hating.
And
but this is someone I probably the way it look. he probably what, like fifth round? Is someone in the fifth?
Yeah, fifth. That's probably where I'm taking him. Fifth.
Yeah, he's a Kilton.
Yeah, the combine got Savion listed at 6'4", 222. So TCU probably added a little extra on there, trying to help that guy out.
Right.
But he got questionable hands. I don't know if you can trust TCU receivers after Jalen Rager and Quentin Johnson were both bust. And the other guy, who was the other guy that was for TCU? That was a bust.
That was a bust that we drafted?
I don't know. No, I don't think we drafted him. He's a TCU receiver, though.
Rod Streeter?
No, he was from Temple.
Oh, Temple. Never mind.
Yeah. It was Jalen Rager, Quentin Johnson. It was another guy. I want to say he was a speed guy. I think a light-skinned guy. Then I don't remember. I don't remember his name.
Someone in the chat. But this might be an opportunity for the Raiders to grab a QB in the third round. The way Pro Football Network has them ranked them hella low. But to be honest with you, we heard rumors about Queen Harris interviewing well with the Raiders, but I don't know if I would want that. Will Howard seems like that could be a possibility just because, the Chip Kelly connection. If he believes him and if he believes him as a quarterback, then like maybe they get him in the building. Tyler Show or Shuck. I don't know, his last name is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's not even how it's spelled, it's how it's pronounced. It's not even how it's Tyler Shuck. It's not even like it's spelled weird based off how it sounds. Yeah, man. Shout out to ECG, man. I keep saying it, but like he's the one that put us on him. But he is 25. But do you take a Tyler Shuck this early, or do you wait on him, or do we look at quarterback?
Third?
Yeah. Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel, Tyler Shuck.
I'll take Tyler Shuck
right now. In the third?
I'll take Tyler Shuck in the third.
You think he goes in the third?
I think he goes.
Tyler Shuck. Yeah, all right. Yeah, appreciate it, Rick. Shuck.
Yeah,
Tyler Shuck.
I'll take Tyler Shuck. I think realistically, I think he goes in the second in the next draft.
Rick,
I think
you saying
mid.
Look at linebacker? All right, let's look at linebacker.
It was Chris Paul Jr., right? Was Chris Paul Jr. still there? I know he went. Oh, you picked no boy over him, right?
Chris Paul.
In that situation, I like Demetrius Knight too. I like him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you say that, Rick? He says Kelly likes Shuck. Steve says Princely's a dog.
Yeah. I think only thing about Shuck that's a negative is his age.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's the only negative about him. But I can see Chip Kelly because he has mobility,
and health,
and
he hasn't. Yeah, he's been hurt like damn near. But I think he had like a 7-year college career or something like that. He's been in college for like 7 years.
Dude has 4 degrees. He has. Literally, he has 4 degrees. That's how long he's been in college. When you go in college 7 years, but you can do a lot. You can do a whole lot.
Man. Man. But you know what? This might be a good spot to take a linebacker too.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to take a quarterback, you can take a linebacker. If you're there, it'll probably be Demetrius Knight or Chris Paul Jr.
Damn.
I'm probably leaning for Chris Paul Jr.
Do we have another third? We drafted our other third.
We gave up our third for a quarterback already. So
damn. So
I'm
not gonna lie. Like, Raiders might have to trade down, bro. I think Raiders should trade down.
Yeah, but it's like saying you don't have to take a quarterback in this draft unless you just think Geno's gonna flame out, right? So you can.
Oh, trust me, I believe that because I've seen it last year. They did. That was their strategy.
Oh, exactly.
Their strategy last year was like, we don't have to take a quarterback, and they went into the season with Gardner Minshew, who not even shout out to Minshew, but he signed with the Chiefs. Man,
Yeah,
I hopefully he starts a few games too. That'd be nice.
That was a kick in the pants. Watch, bro. I do not want
Who
that.
cares? Who cares about it? Who cares? Maybe Andrew Reid might make him look better than what he is, but
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't want that because, bro, we haven't beat Gardner Minshew. So I don't want this. I want this fool to play us.
like
Even we have not
here.
beat this fool.
For real, huh?
I mean, people are like, oh yeah, hope we plays against us. Like what happened the last time he closed Oco Stadium beating us, and he basically ended our playoff hopes beating us 2 years ago. So I don't want to play. I don't want to hear no. I want to see Gardner Minshew out there. We haven't fared too well against him, no matter how bad he is.
Okay. So Steve says Telesco said BPA only. Better hope and pray QB's BPA.
Exactly, facts. Well, it's not Telesco no more, so.
Right.
Fortunately for us. Princely is dog. We don't need another edge though. But he's from. We don't need another edge though. But Princely is he's a specimen though. No lie, he's a dude. That's in terms of athlete, he's pretty crazy. But they can
easily go that route though. If you think about it, and play chess and be like, all right, look, are they gonna sign Kuntz back? Is Tyree Wilson the answer at edge? Because Tyree Wilson is supposed to be the guy that's supposed to take over at the edge spot. And then Kuntz.
He's supposed to be.
And Kuntz was from the last regime before the regime that drafted Tyree. And he's kind of like exceeded everybody's expectations as a third round pick.
Yeah.
So they can easily go edge here, but damn, like this is different. And that's why you draft a running back at.
Let's go. Let's go either Prince or not Prince. Either Chris Paul Jr. or Tyler Shutt. Which one you want to go with?
Let us know in the chat, man. He says, "Can you imagine if we smack Mahomes and take him out the game, then Minshew comes in and beat us?"
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, people acting like
no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because you know why? If the Raiders show up next year on defense, meaning that like if our D line is legit, I can't wait till Minshew comes in the game. Put him in the game.
But remember, our D line was legit when we played them. That was when our D line was playing bomb. We played the Colts.
Oh,
yes.
But that's when who? But look at our QB situation. That's
QB situation is way better now. Yeah, it's way better now.
Yeah. What you mean? Like that was when we had like who was starting at QB? That was
I think that's Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell was starting as a rookie, 4th round pick. So anything he did was like a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Still though, we still lost that game.
I know. I mean, I see what you're saying, Steve. But damn, that'd be wild, man. You take Genty in the 1st round, and then you take Travion Henderson in the 3rd.
Yeah,
he's literally. I think he's the best. Hey man, like right up
the best offensive player there. Look, that's
what do you think of
that's my guy.
Darius Alexander? He killed it in like the Senior Bowl, I think. Right? He played well.
Yeah. That's you already know what's called is that's my dog. That's my dog. Look. I ain't got no problem doing that, bro. I ain't got no problem
doubling up.
I ain't got no problem doubling up, bro.
We're just gonna run the ball like 100 times a game. Like we're not even gonna pass it. We probably gonna pass it to Bowers like maybe 10 times. The 10 attempts are gonna go to Bowers.
Look, I ain't got no problem doing it. Only thing about Darius Alexander is that I want somebody. I mean, he's 300, I think 3 something like that.
Yeah, he's kind of light.
If you're gonna draft a DT, we need a nose tackle.
Yeah,
we need a nose tackle. That's why I was looking at Tyleek, but I'm sure he went. Like Tyleek is the dog at Ohio State. Grant from Michigan is a dog too. They're both like big boys. They're both gone. I already know. They're probably like second and third behind Mason Graham. Depending on who you ask. So depending on who you ask. You gotta
Hold up. All right, Anthony. I'm gonna give you benefit of the doubt right now, and I'm gonna look this up. Look this up. I don't want to get juiced, or I don't know if this would be wild.
What happened?
Oh, okay, man. If it ain't. Ah, come on, man. Come on, Anthony. Why you just give me juice off for no reason? Hell no.
That's some that's some rigged shit.
Come on, man.
He got some bots. He got some mods on the mock draft. He changed it. Ain't no way in the world that's ever happening.
Oh, you're saying like in like a mock draft setting. Oh, okay. All right, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought you meant like in real life, like that the Raiders actually made that trade. So Darius Alexander, a show for me. Okay.
All right.
Henderson would be cold too.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Hey,
And Chip Kelly, and Chip Kelly would that's what he wants to do. Like you give him like a couple of running backs.
They would go crazy.
Fuck it,
we do Henderson. We
gonna do Henderson. Fuck it. This the draft of the running backs. Fuck it.
Okay, we got hey, look, we built the running game up. Who we get? We got Genty, Morrison, Savanea, and Henderson.
Yeah, we won't be able to stop the run, and the middle of the field will be wide open every play.
Man, look, Trey Tucker, yeah, but Trey Tucker will be getting open.
Scatterbo went. Ooh, he went late in the third.
That's crazy.
Damn. So we fortified the offensive line, added a corner, went all in on the running backs, man. Got a Gentina first. And
hey, you know what? Look, I tell you this. Ain't no way in the world we trade Michael Mayer with. We tried 2 running backs, bro. We definitely keeping Michael Mayer, bro. We gonna need all the.
Nah, for real, facts. But I don't think if Michael Mayer is getting traded, he's on a trade block. That means like he doesn't want to be here. I think that's something that no one's really talking about. It's a possibility that he probably doesn't want to.
It's a possibility.
Because if you're gonna run the football a lot, I mean, I'm assuming Chip Kelly would want a guy that could be a number 2 tight end and be able to especially in this offense, you would think hey, I think it takes is a creative offensive coordinator to incorporate a Michael Mayer. But then, is Michael Mayer that good? I know we believe in the talent coming in, but so far we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, it didn't matter who. You could just automatically seen it. You're like, oh shit, this dude.
Yeah, pop right off the screen. It all depends on what Chip Kelly thinks of him. I mean, I think that I don't think Josh McDaniels took advantage of what Michael Mayer brought to the table. And I think that by the time he would have had an opportunity to play, Brock Bowers was there, so he's not playing over Brock Bowers. So I don't think he's really ever had an opportunity. So Chip Kelly would be the guy to utilize him, especially I think Chip Kelly he used a lot of 12 personnel at Ohio State this past year. So I think he would be the guy to say, hey, well, I think we can make it work. But like you said, is it a situation where Michael Mayer wants up out of here? I mean, I didn't. That's something I didn't really consider, but it's a possibility.
I mean, we got to consider it because why is he like missing time last year? I'm sure he's probably because he talked about how like his rookie season, like there's some days where I didn't want to come into work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he had like a great off season where he's talking like, man, like everybody was feeling good about Michael Mayer going into the training camp and off season. Like, man, this guy's gonna have a bounce back year. And then, you know, Bowers took off, like, and then all of a sudden, for undisclosed reasons, it's like it's getting to him. Like, and you gotta think too, when I'm sure, you know, Michael Mayer's a competitive guy in college. He was considered the new, like either number 1 or 1B or number 2 tight end in the NFL. I mean, in the college. So Bowers was a guy that he was competing against to be that number. Like it was him or Bowers, and obviously Bowers, we all know is like the better tight end. But and now he's playing on the same team. He's kind of like, I'm telling you, bro. Like that's
a possibility. That's a possibility.
When I seen the Myers trade, because they don't have to do that. They don't have to like trade him. Like he's under contract. He's on a cheap deal. Like it just makes sense to keep him. Like we need the talent. It's not like we have like a whole lot of options.
And you be selling short on the talent which was, you know.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You'd be selling short on the talent.
Yeah, Eddie man says Mayer been behind Bowers since college. Yeah, so I'm sure that's getting to his head, like his psyche. Like, man, like I'm in a situation where, you know what I mean? Like I can't even, like he can't get an opportunity, or maybe the quarterback situation is tough on him, like, or the system, you know, whatever. Rick says
I can see that.
Mayer seems a little stiff to me. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, he seems fine to me. He's a big tight end, so I mean,
he doesn't seem like he gets a lot of separation. He's not that type of tight end that gets a whole lot of separation. It just feels like he gets locked up a little bit. Because when they be throwing him, like when I see whoever's at quarterback throwing the ball, like there's always someone draped all over him. It's not like he's oh, he's wide open. Oh, that was nice little. It's just but, you know.
But they also like use him in different parts of the field than they use other guys. So it's not like he's like, you know, he's usually traditionally like an inline guy. So it's not like he's like, you know, split out wide or they're running. Like you're not gonna run, like you're not gonna really like give Michael Mayer the ball in space, like go run with, like that's not his game. Like no, it's gonna be situations where like he's over the field having a, you know, hey, catch in between zones and stuff like that. Like, you know, that's what happens.
Yeah. Arguadola says, you guys think Zamir White, that's another guy that was on the trade block, but no one cares.
Yeah, but Zamir White. You know, I try for Zamir White, man. You know, they can make it, like Chip Kelly might see something and say, you know what, I can use this guy. You know, like he ain't gonna be my 1A or 1B or nothing like that. But hey, in situations, I can use them. You know, hey, if my 2 other guys are tired, I can spell them with, you know, Zamir White. But I don't figure he'll be part of any big one. But like you never know, because Chip Kelly was in the college game and he saw what Zamir White did at Georgia. And Zamir White at Georgia was a very good player. So you know, maybe he looks at what we did last year and says, yeah, you guys didn't do it right. And it's like, I can do it better.
Zamir, like he's not trash. I don't think like he's in the NFL. Like at the end of the day, like if you're in the professional football league, like or any pro sports, you're good. But I just don't think he can't run in no zone scheme. I don't think like that's just not a system that he runs well. I'm not saying that we have the best offensive line for that zone scheme, but like he also didn't help that he was also like not a guy that naturally plays. That's naturally good at that system. Because it was a big difference to how he finished the season, and we're running out a lot of power gap running schemes. So I'm thinking like a guy like Zamir would benefit playing in that type of system. So if we run it back like that, then I can see Zamir possibly sticking around.
So I'll say this: I was watching. I don't remember what I was watching. It was some Raiders related content, but it was like the official Raiders related content. It was like what's my guy's name? I got the weird voice. JT the Brick. It was JT the Brick, and
You said he got the weird voice.
the weird voice. JT the Brick. His voice is hella weird. It was JT the Brick.
He has a radio voice. He has a radio voice. I remember JT the Brick, man. But he definitely has like that radio voice.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make a comment, but yeah, it's JT the Brick, Eric Allen, and they had Link on there. And I think they were going over I think they were talking about free agency, either free agency or the draft. I think they were talking about the draft. Maybe they're talking about the draft. Whatever. They're talking about players that weren't currently on the Raiders, right? And what the Raiders should do. And Lincoln Kennedy, Lincoln Kennedy's first of all, he's a Raiders film guy, and he's a former All Pro, offensive lineman. Lincoln Kennedy was adamant that Zamir had no chance. Whatever you saw from Zamir last year, it was not his fault. It was completely scheme and poor blocking. That was guys didn't know what they were doing in that scheme. It wasn't taught well, and they weren't executing their job, and that Zamir White should be given another chance. This Link, Link he's the guy that, he usually does a little Raiders breakdown, does the film stuff. So that's what Lincoln was saying. So obviously he don't got no pull. But that's the guy who's been with the Raiders for a long time, who played offensive line, and who does the film stuff for us. He's saying it wasn't Zamir White, So take that for what it's worth.
Sincere McCormick got in there and was like,
That's later in the year though. That's after we made the change.
Okay.
When Joe Philbin was the offensive line coach, and then Scott Turner, Norv Turner, they were the guys running. So it was later in the year. So Zamir never got a shot in that zone. Like I said, I'm not saying Zamir White is the answer, but I'm saying that's what Link was saying. Link was like, look, we don't need to prioritize running back. We have a guy that's good enough to get it done. We just didn't do right by him. Those were his thoughts.
Oh man. Whew. Man, I'm glad much respect to Lincoln Kennedy. He probably knows a lot more football than me, but I'm sorry, man. I can't get behind that, man. It sound like, you know what it sound like? It sound like he would pass up on drafting a running back.
Yeah, he didn't want to draft a guy. Or I think they were talking about. What are they talking about? I can't remember who they're talking about. I think maybe they were talking about Genty. And it was like, oh, what? Hell no. We don't need no draft no running back.
Oh yeah. I agree with him on that, but if he's not talking about drafting a running back at all, are you serious?
He was early. He's like running back should not be a priority. Basically, I want to say that those weren't his exact words. That was paraphrased. Those were his sentiments. Running back is not a priority.
I would take a running back as early as a second.
Realistically,
depending on who. If that's the best, if it's if that's the top 5 position on the board, and it's a running back, then I'll be like, okay, who is it? How does he fit? You know what I mean? If Chip Kelly, I'm sure the GM's gonna talk to Chip Kelly and. You got offensive line coach, or all right, this is the guy that you guys want. They're gonna go through that conversation in the building, but
my guy Rick L, you know what's up. You are. I cannot say I disagree with you, but shout out to D Menace, my dog. Rick L.
Man, shout out with the super chat, man. He just simply says Raiders. I got you, man. My God, man. D-Man holding in the chat as a mod, man. Appreciate you coming through and supporting the show, man. You said Rick?
Yeah. Rick, yeah. Rick, yeah, my guy.
He's in the building, though, man. He works for the Raiders. He's been working for the Raiders for a cool minute. Man, another one.
Oh, my God. 3 minutes. Yeah, I think hitting up both channels, man. That's how you support, man. My guy D Menace, my dog.
There you go, man. D Menace holding it down, man. Appreciate the support, D Menace, my guy. Augie says, at least we know there's going to be a lot of competition in every position, going to bring the best out of everyone. I think that's another thing too. last show 50-50, we one of a few of the notable quotables was from a podcast with who was it? It was a Seattle Seahawk insider.
Yeah, Mike Duggar.
And one of the things that he said about like Chip Kelly, how he really prioritizing competition at every position. Like he wants
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, yeah, Pete Carroll. He prioritized competition. So 100%. Steve, man, you wild man. Sonic and Knuckles.
Let me die, because that's what you call it. Cause that's Detroit. Detroit called Jahmyr Gibbs and Dave Montgomery. They called themselves Sonic and Knuckles.
That's funny.
So
that's hilarious.
Jahmyr Gibbs and Sonic, and so he's like,
man,
that's hilarious.
I don't think Dylan Lobby makes the roster. I think he gets cut. I think Sincere might stay on. There's a possibility. I know you're like at this point, like he always gets hurt.
Honestly, I don't think none of them make it, bro. I think Sincere. I think if
how many running backs are gonna make the final roster? I mean, it's gonna be at least like 3 to 4.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
So
maybe three and a practice squad guy.
I think right now, I don't know if it's Sincere. Is he on the roster right now, or did they tender him? I know
he's on the roster.
Is he on the roster right now?
Yes, that's a good question.
Is Sincere McCormick even on the roster? I think Zamir White got a better chance of making the roster than Sincere McCormick, to be honest with you.
I like what he did when he came in, man.
Yeah, but
it's just, shout out to Sincere, man. We might get him on soon, man. Let's see, hold on.
On the roster.
I'm not seeing anything that would suggest that he was not on the roster. But let me go to. So they signed him in. Let me go to Spot Track. What am I doing?
I say
Spot Track is undefeated.
Let's see. Almost. Oh no! According to he's still listed on the Raiders website. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see if anybody else that's not there is supposed to be there. Yeah, it looks like they've updated it too, because we got Isaiah Spiller. That's another guy. Yeah, it looks like it's been updated, because I see Lonnie Johnson, see Kyle Phillips, Aiden O'Connell on both his necks. Yeah, it looks like they've updated it. So yeah, it looks like they updated it. That's through time. Man, Tommy Eichenberg, bro. The dude just looks. I can't even say what he looks like, bro. But he just. Yeah, they got Jeremy Chin. It's updated. Alex Kappa and Jeremy Chin are on here too. So yeah, they updated. So he's still on the roster on Raiders.com. So he's still around.
So he's under contract for 2025. He's gonna be a free agent in 2026. But
dang, David Agoa is still around too. Dang, they hang on to David Agoa.
But his cap hit is like, it's like they could easily cut him.
Nothing.
Yeah,
exactly. He could be gone anytime.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen, but like I said, I think, I mean, this is a new regime. This is a new regime. This is a new regime. So
I know, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I like when if Lincoln Kennedy said that, I understand like not taking a guy in the first round. Like I get you, but like if the best player available, if there's a great, really good or a great player that you feel like is at running back in the second round, I wouldn't hesitate.
For a running back, yeah. I mean,
second or third, bro. That's when you start looking. And I would double up. Like I would get one like in a second or third, and then I'll probably check back in a fifth or sixth.
Yeah.
Something like diamond in the rough. Because
the reason I think that we Zamir White has a better chance than Sincere McCormick is look at first look at Chip Kelly's backs by and large, but then look at the backs that Pete Carroll has drafted as well, or have had on the roster. Do they more align with what you see from Sincere McCormick in terms of body type and skill set, or do they more align with, Zamir White?
I don't know.
And
This is I think we're severely lacking at linebacker. Shout out Severe, man.
Shout out. We picked up. We picked up. We lost. Well, how many? We lost 2, and we picked up 1. Jeremy Chin is like a hybrid. I think we'll probably play a lot of 4-2-5. Honestly, if I'm being real, it's gonna be a lot of 4 defensive linemen, 2 true linebackers, and then 5 DBs. One of them being a safety.
But I think we're gonna grab another linebacker in free agency, and we might draft another one in the draft. At what point, I don't know. Yeah. But at some point, I think we're gonna draft a linebacker. We got to and it really comes down to like Pete Carroll seems like he's calling the shots too a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he's the head coach. I mean him and they should be working hand in hand calling the shots.
Yeah, because they didn't bring back like a lot of the players. They really didn't bring outside of Kuntz coming back. Like Spillane didn't come back. Obviously, we mentioned like some of the other players didn't come back. So I'm assuming like they got a plan and they're gonna figure it out, and we'll see, man. But it's risky. Yeah. We got there's a lot of holes to be filled. Hampton seems like a Carroll back. Man, Hampton would be nice, but I think he's gonna be gone by the first or early second. And do you want to trade up? Let's say if we pick a guy in the 6th, or we trade down to take a Will Johnson or whoever, and Hampton is on the board at the top of the 2nd. Are you trading up?
No. I mean, there's DJ Giddens. DJ Giddens is a guy we looked at too. That's a guy we both liked. Oh, that's available later. CJ Mosley is old, man. CJ Mosley is old at front linebacker. Khalil Mullings. It's a guy that Rundown and Chris both really like out of Michigan.
Ooh. Devin Neal.
I wouldn't hate that.
Anderson.
I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that at all.
So day 2. So you're saying like what? 2nd and 3rd, back to back. That'd be wild, bro. That'd be crazy. But we've seen in the past where teams will double up on positions. Like we've seen quarterbacks min double. I remember like the Commanders, the Redskins back then. They picked RG3 in the 1st, and then Kirk Cousins in the 4th. Raiders have done it in the past too, where they double up and get a receiver. They'll get one receiver in early rounds, and then or a corner. Man, they did it in the draft. What, bro? Fabian Washington, Stanford Red, I think got drafted in the same year, right?
So was that the same draft? Was that?
Yes.
Was Fabian Washington? But that was Al Davis. You can't really. We can't.
Well, we can't count the late Al Davis.
Yeah.
We can't count because late Al Davis is doing wild stuff. Like damn,
I know Stanford Rod was a 2nd-round pick, but was that they both in the same draft? That would be wild as hell if he took Fabian. If he passed on Aaron Rodgers to pick Fabian Washington, Fabian Washington to pick Adrian Washington.
We didn't talk about this. CJ Mosley.
CJ Mosley. I think he's like 35 years old, bro.
Is he old in the tooth? I mean, hey man, if he listen.
I think he's that. I might be exaggerating. 34 maybe.
32. 30.
Okay.
But has he lost
for linebacker?
I mean,
linebacker years. That's like 40.
that's like damn near 49.
Yeah,
right?
the Jets elected to bring back Jamie and Sherwood and paid him a nice salary. I think he got the 3 for 15. He got the 3 for 45 deal. He got the same deal as Cooper Kupp. Listen, me and Ray were talking about it. There's a dude Tyrell Dodson. dude, I don't know if he got picked up or not. Matter of fact, before I say that, let me check if he got picked up. Tyrell Dodson. He played last year from Miami. Dude, I like.
Well, Mosley, he only played. He was only played in 4 games due to
Oh,
injuries.
Tyrell Dodson went back to the Dolphins. Damn. Okay. Tyrell Dodson's the guy I like, but yeah, he went back to Miami.
I will look into that, bro. I would look into CJ Mosley. If it's not a bad deal. I mean, I don't know if he's trying to. I would look into it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because outside of as far as like who we can like project to be like, I know we like that linebacker from the Steelers.
Yeah.
But outside of that, we're kind of like, I don't know. It's a lot of question marks on that linebacker spot. So I will look into CJ Mosley for sure. He's 32 years old. I get it, but he's 5-time Pro Bowler. If he can give you anything, if it's you give him a 1-year deal, I give him a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Man, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in at this point, clock out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Better Nation following Stokes, sign in, Richardson. We need help at cornerback. That's why we drafted a guy in the 2nd round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure the answer is out there. I mean, we looked at like maybe Mike Hilton at slot, possibly, but because I'm okay with Jack Jones and Jacorian Bennett on the outside.
Yeah.
If our D line is legit, one of the best out there, then we might be able to get away with like them on the outside. Do we need a number 1 corner? Yeah, probably, and we'll see if they address that in the draft.
Yeah. At this point, it's a waiting game to kind of see.
I know if Chin plays linebacker, who will be strong safety?
Harper.
Oh, he came in and played well. Did we pick him up off the streets last year? Was he
Yeah, he was. He was I think he was a UDFA for the Chargers. I know he was out of Notre Dame. I think he was a rookie last year, but he played solid.
Yeah, he played pretty solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. Pete Carroll, man, he's calling the shots as far as like who he wants on the team. We'll see, man.
Facts.
Who y'all think we get in the 1st round? Hey, look, we did it. We just did a mock draft, and we just went ahead and drafted Genty, not just because that's who we think is going to get drafted. It's just because like everybody's like, oh, we should get Genty. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what it would look like if how we would want Genty to be drafted, and that's trading down. So we end up drafting Genty in a mock draft. Now, who do I want to be picking at number 6? It's probably going to be BPA. And Rick L says Mason Graham. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at corner. Will Johnson. T-Mac at this point, I mean, who's going to be the starting outside receiver? Those are like the names that I would think at number 6. At number 6. Those are the names that come to mind. I mean, with Severe, what are you leaning towards at number 6 if we stay put?
If we stay put, we got to stick and pick, then yeah, I'm thinking T-Mac or Will Johnson.
But if somehow, some way, I'm going to give you a bonus. If somehow, some way, if Cam Ward makes it to number 4, the Patriots are on the clock. No. Obviously, they're not going to draft a quarterback. That's not going to happen. You're not trading up? I would do it. Yeah, if Cam Ward is on the board at number 4, I would trade up and get Cam Ward because
I'm not trading up. Not this draft. Now we've already given up a valuable 3rd round pick to get a quarterback and about to pay him money. I'm not about to trade up. Not right now.
I would do it personally. But who would you get at number 6 if we stayed put?
Teterow or Will Johnson.
Okay.
Teterow or Will Johnson. Is Kaiser White a free agent? I don't know how he looks like.
Kaiser White is a free agent. I think we passed him up. I should have brought him up. I think we were wrapping it up on the free agents. But I think, let's see.
How did he do last year? I don't remember.
Kaiser White. I think that was one of the guys that we looked like. Lacks great size. He's available.
Available.
He comes with, his strengths and weaknesses, but he's available. Yeah, man. But man, like I said, we appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in at this point, clock out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Severe, let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff.
You guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, IG, Snapchat, TikTok, X, all that good stuff. Check me out, man. Just hit your notification bells, man. I'm all over the place, man. Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Just make sure you hit the notification bell, man. I'm rocking out. Usually, you see me with my guy Pharaoh, or you see me with my brothers Chris and 805, man, doing our thing. So just make sure y'all check us out, man. Make sure you also stop by the 50/50 shop and pick up some merch. As a matter of fact, my dog Pharaoh rocking the hoodie right now, man. Make sure y'all grab y'all ones yourselves.
Yes, sir, man. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We do this every week. We do the 50/50 show every Tuesday around the Shield. Usually, we drop it every Friday. It's a pre-recorded sometimes, but in this case, we did a live show. It's off-season special. But yeah, man, just look out for like future guests. We're gonna have guests moving forward, so be on the lookout for that. If there's anybody that you guys have in mind that you want to come on the show, or people that you feel like we should talk to and have a conversation with, hey man, let us know in the comment section. And let us know, man, how you feel about the show and all that stuff. We read comments and all that good stuff, so make sure to leave a comment. Give us a follow on Around the Shield on IG as well as Twitter, where you can find latest and greatest about the Raiders, memes, all that good stuff, man. Make sure to check that out. And yeah, man, hey, it's been a great show. We'll be back at it next Tuesday. Hopefully the Raiders will make a couple of moves, and then we'll be here to talk about it. Rick L said we should have drafted J.J. McCarthy last year. Man, hey, that's the Telesco. That's a whole different conversation. But yeah, man, we'll see, man. We'll see how it shakes out this year, man. It's a different team, different regime, different coach, different GM. So it's gonna be a whole different outlook on how this team is gonna be made in the future. So we'll see, man. Appreciate you coming through. Any last thoughts, Severe, before we head out?
Nah, man, just know, hey, don't be too. I think a lot of people are down right now. Free agency is not playing out how people expected it to, man. It's not over. I think
because
somebody
that's
said
what we
earlier.
Look forward to, bro. That's what we look forward to. That's what Raider fans look forward to, bro. I'm telling you, because the season is downhill. Obviously last season wasn't the greatest, and then the off season is what we want to see, the big moves. We want to see the different possibilities. Like, oh damn, like the Raiders went ahead and got this guy and and it's kind of a whole different approach.
Yeah,
so,
I think everybody was so excited. Like the day before free agency, everybody was like, it's almost like when you get like it's the day before Christmas, and you see like, oh man, you just thinking like, oh man, is it a PlayStation in there? Oh man, do I got is it a gaming PC in there? Do I got a new laptop in there? Or is it some,
right.
is it some, some headphones? Is it some Sennheisers in there or something like that? You open it up, you got like some socks and some overalls or something like that. You're like, what is this? Like, What is this? So that's what, we're looking at socks and overalls right now. But like, you need socks and overalls, right? You need
this foundation.
You need some socks and some drawers, man. You can't be out here free balling. You feel me? You need that. You need that. So don't be disappointed, man. Like somebody said it perfectly earlier. Super Bowls are not won and lost during free agency, man. The best teams they do their work in the draft. So just be ready for the draft, and then be mad at the draft when pick who you want. Then you can be mad.
Man. So it's almost about a month away. I think a month away from the draft. So we're going to have plenty of mock drafts, plenty of things to talk about before then. But yeah, make sure to check us out, man. We'll be back next Tuesday. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.
Just win, baby.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.